Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2, where today we are once again entering the megastructure for the second time.
Alright, here we go again.
Here we go
Our
again.
main objective is to determine the relationship between the megastructure and Athena. Did she find it? Did she build it? Why was she here in the first place? Explore, dig up anything you can. We need to start finding answers.
I was genuinely wondering why we couldn't just stay in the megastructure and venture in a different way, but I
I can't
guess
imagine one person building all this.
we need to go through
Don't
those
forget
doors.
about Miranda. There were at least 2 of them.
I can't imagine 100 people building this.
But also it kind of seems like this whole area, like you could just fly around the current, like, inside
Everyone,
structure.
Have a look around, but stay in touch and be careful.
1K, can you stay a moment? I'd like to talk to you.
Yes, I'm staying.
I know you can't wait to start exploring, but just hear me out. I'm concerned. Byron is brilliant, but all he can think about is the possibility of finding Athena. She was his mentor, and her disappearance shattered him. I'm afraid he's not seeing the dangers of the megastructure. To me, this place seems chaotic, dysfunctional. Yes, it's all very impressive, but I think it's broken. And what we're seeing is, it's nonsense, frankly. You've interacted with it more than anyone. What do you think?
I got a good feeling about it. I think broken is a pretty good word for it.
Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one who sees it. I know that Byron is right, and we have to keep investigating, but please, be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how careful we're gonna be there. Alcatraz, where are you going? There isn't... Are you gonna go into the darkness? It's scary over here. You can get on the ledge. Though it does look cool to have like a robotic head look through this in the distance. I'm not sure if what I'm seeing is graphical artifacts or if my video card is breaking, but we'll see if it... Yeah, we'll just see how well everything's gonna work as we progress through this. I don't know, there's a lot of... I think it's meant to be shiny. But it's giving me a bad feeling about the state of my video card. So we're just gonna keep on moving, running as fast as we can before my computer dies. And
I'm headed deeper into the megastructure. Not quite sure where I am. Seem to be right in the middle of the machinery.
Please, watch yourself, Byron.
This is incredible. I don't even know how to describe what I'm seeing. I don't think this is a building.
it's a person.
This is a machine.
Oh. I mean, arguably similar in the context, but who's to say, I suppose. So, my sense of exploration is gradually degrading with every episode, I feel, and I am tempted still to jump around sillily, seeing what we can find. But I might quick it up a little bit, you know? Just a little bit, quickening it up. Never mind, we're listening to dialogue.
Why don't you just tell people that they're wrong? If you tell them the truth, they'll listen.
It's not that simple. Straton wrote that the most common error we commit is to think that ideas determine reality, when in fact the opposite is true. Ideas follow from material conditions. Belief systems are formed to explain and justify the way we live. We did not have kings because we believed in the mandate of heaven. We believed in the mandate of heaven because we lived in monarchies.
But we have free will.
Oh, free will isn't the same as freedom, Miranda. We're not free from the constraints of reality or history. I was shaped by the simulation. New Jerusalem is shaped by its limitations.
So, what? We're just trapped? History can only go one way?
Maybe, maybe not. The question is, how do we free ourselves? How do we build a world where our ideas do shape reality? That's why we came here.
So what I'm getting from this is that we will stop being on islands if we just destroy New Jerusalem.
I knew it! Athena's here. She built this.
That other voice. Was that Cornelius?
It definitely sounded like him.
The subtitle said
Come
so.
to think of it, he went on a research expedition around the time Athena vanished. He was gone for years. People thought he'd died.
And all this time, he knew where she was?
We should talk to him.
We will, when we get back. But right now, we have to focus on finding Athena. We are so close.
Yeah. I'm focused. I'm fully focused on my explorations and my duties and whatnot. I would never just be jumping around wildly, looking around the place. No. I'll be honest, I don't even know if Cornelius is one of the people that's currently in town, but the dialogue seems to imply that he is, so I'm feeling confident that we're gonna see him again. Like, playing through this game is taking me effectively weeks, so I'm not gonna remember all the characters' names if I see them once and then not again for at least 2 weeks, you know? It is what it is. Maybe if I read the dialogue it would have been more obvious who Cornelius was, but as you may have gathered, I have not done so. It is simply not what I intend to get out of this game. Even though it does seem to be more geared towards the dialogue than it is towards most things, but who's to say? Maybe we'll, it's all just a big setup for saying, yes, the puzzles were actually meant to be broken if you even just follow the spoken cutscenes. But maybe not. Maybe it was all just an accident, and we'll just see what happens as we progress. Either way, let's, where are we going? Because I can jump down there relatively easily.
Surface is magnetic?
Oh,
No,
what?
it's anti-gravity. Your coot was right. I should have known.
Oh, is this? Oh, you
Okay,
can stand
over
on
here.
it.
Hold on. I'll open that door for you.
Thank you. That's space to disengage. I did not read it. It's nice that they want to open that door for me, but I'm gonna be honest. Oh, there he is. Oh, I genuinely didn't see him. Would you need to have that door be open? Because surely you could just jump from here, right? I mean, it's a bit far. I'll give you that much, but yeah, it doesn't seem very necessary if I'm being honest, but I still appreciate that the door is open now, I guess. He's gone. Oh. Door was about to close on me, but that's fine. Could you get over there? Oh, you'll get there eventually, because there's a purple there. And purple means business. As we all know in the trade of color theory. Alright, let's just take the path, yeah? Even though I'm fairly sure that we could probably just jump to where we're currently going. This doesn't seem right. Unless this goes that way. Oh, it does. Huh. Again, I feel like I can skip most of this with a little effort. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. We'll just, let's just play the game. let's just move forward, play the game normally. Let's see what the world has in store for us.
Same pattern as before. 3 beams, 3 receivers.
Now?
I guess we know what to do.
Be careful. The sheer amount of power running through this place.
It
I'll
must
take care
be a
of this
machine.
puzzle. You do the other 2, okay?
Byron? Why is Byron saying he's going to do puzzles?
This is kind of fun.
Oh god.
Maybe Alexandra Drennan was right. Play is part of what makes us human.
He was very quick about his enjoyment levels of the puzzle.
Got it.
There is no way Byron solved the puzzle. Maybe I'm underestimating Byron. Was he the one that said that he couldn't finish the tutorial? Because, quite frankly, I'm seeing a box and a laser, and that already seems more complicated than anything the tutorial had to give. I'm curious where Byron's gonna run to next. If we just wait long enough, do you think Byron can just solve all the puzzles on his own? Because, I could just wait at the door. It would work. Did I go in a circle? How did that happen? Maybe I'm the one that can't solve puzzles. That does seem right, actually, but let's just do this then, yeah? So it was space to disengage. And then you have to sort of wiggle your way back up. Like it says legs sometimes to jump on a platform. I just don't press in. Alright, yeah. If I just...
Malcolm, is there anything in the system that could tell us where Athena is?
I don't know. Someone's logged into the system. But when I try to access that information, it all glitches out.
They're in the machine. Hacker man. But where is the actual puzzle though? So far all we're finding is bridges. And I do like me to construct a bridge every now and then. Also I could just jump over there, but we'll just but I do prefer genuinely every other type of puzzle in the game. So hopefully hopefully we'll get to do one puzzle, maybe two puzzles. That'd be fun. So how do I do this? 'Cause I can't see anything like this. Maybe not like that is the answer, I suppose. That didn't help. This is quite the tough one with our 3 pieces. Because this is nothing. This is nothing. This is basically unusable because I can't aim at anything anymore. So realistically, it has to be this for the first move. But that doesn't work. So realistically, it would then have to be like so and so. But from there I can't do anything over here. So realistically, and I did say realistically 3 times for emphasis, it's an impossible puzzle and it can't be done. I think it's realistically the only possible conclusion that we can gather from this. Unless I can somehow point at that. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? Oh, can I do that? Yeah, I knew that. Maybe it's not impossible. Maybe I was wrong. But it's more likely that it was impossible and that I'm a hacker. So I'm sorry that you had to see me cheat like this. I would never cheat in this video game. And quite frankly, it's an appalling sight that you'd have to see something so vile. Ugh. I don't know why the world is hissing at me over there. We'll figure that out later. Right, I can't jump here, but I can't wiggle to it, so we maybe don't need to do this? No, we do. Oh, yeah. Like, I like the original Tetranemo things on the wall puzzles. I think those are pretty fun. I might hate these. I'm actually not 100% sure how I feel about it, but I think enjoyment is not one of the words I would use. I think it's just very unlikely that that's one of the words I would use in this situation. So yeah, maybe hate. Maybe hate's a good word for it. Alright, so we got like 4 options here, but I guess if we just walk this way... Yeah, fair enough. Like, at least it adds some extra structure when you add another dimension to the puzzle, I suppose. It's just that my brain don't know how to handle 3D images. And what you get is misery. Also, I can just look through this wall, I guess. If I just sort of walk into it. So there's a converter there, inverter if you will. I was just quickly checking if I could just grab it through the wall, because that seemed on par with my expectations at this stage, but it doesn't seem to be the case. We have a bleh. We can walk around this. Hang on. Okay, I don't think we can jump around that at least, so that's something. Or rather, not something, if you will. We can get very high on this, though. That seems awfully suspicious. Like, look at how many of these things are actually solid. That's sort of incredible. Anyway, I suppose we just have to do this, but I'm just curious. I'm just curious, you know how it is. When I see a wall, I have to touch it. Check it for ridges and whatnot. Make sure it's all solid all the way up and down. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not solid all the way up and down, is it? No. No, they didn't fully. They didn't fully. So, this is on top of this now, and we can just use this as part of the puzzle. We could just put it on that button as well in case we needed it. I don't immediately see a reason of something going wrong with this being on this side of the wall in terms of me getting stuck. Whether it destroys the puzzle is like a whole different thing, but we'll just not worry about that for now. We got one of these. I'm just checking every wall now. Sometimes you gotta make your own fun, and that's what we're doing. Just do something like this. What's the puzzle here usually? Because you would just put it here, yeah? Yeah. So what's all this then? What? Maybe I'm starting to understand how Byron solved the puzzle. Because these puzzles are basically just... an egg could beat these. And it's quite difficult for an egg to do a puzzle, given the constraints that the egg would have to work with. In the sense that it doesn't have hands. And controlling a keyboard through the force of being an egg with no real muscular structure and whatnot, I presume is quite difficult. I haven't tried. So there is that, I'll admit. But I just feel like it wouldn't be, feasible. That's just how I feel about it. I don't know. I might be wrong. But, yeah, it just seems unlikely, Anyway, we solved puzzle number 1. Byron solved puzzle number 3. Now we just need someone to solve puzzle number 2. I'm kind of hoping Alcatraz just does it off screen, and then we can just leave the megastructure and go back to the zones. But there's a chance that we'll have to solve. I know that if I reset that puzzle, I can just take that puzzle piece with me and really simplify all of this. But so far, all the puzzles in the megastructure, I think, are almost intended to be seen as the first puzzles that this, whoever, Athena made, I guess? That's how I'm reading it, at least, because none of them have complexity. And maybe they just learned to make puzzles somewhere along the way, Anyway, the main puzzle here is where are we actually supposed to go? Because I think this whole thing up here is probably a puzzle. We could just... Are those inverters? I'm actually not 100% sure because everything just looks like a nightmare from up here, but who knows. Let's go up here. This is probably the way. I'm feeling confident. not that way. You could probably break this, right? Like, surely you could just wiggle your way off of this in a weird way. I would be very surprised if it wasn't possible. Anyway, got a good one of these. Good ones. Whew. Go in that direction, please. No, not like that though. Back we go. Maybe one of these ones. Ah. We've been troubled. Once again. Back we go. I think maybe we started wrong. It feels like a wrong start kind of situation that we got going on here. I've seen one of these situations before.
But I think the ground is shaking.
Probably fine.
According to the system, whole parts of the interior are moving around. Like it's rearranging itself.
I think that's what happened last time. When I took the elevator, the platform where I got out just moved away.
Just moved away. What's up with that? Where do I get an item to swap so I can get myself... Oh. Is that there the whole time? Possibly. So where was the puzzle I just did? Because... yeah, that's certainly reachable, yeah? I mean, there is a big laser in between us, I suppose. And I suppose I did take that out of the puzzle, so maybe this isn't meant to be reached, but it's certainly reachable. I mean, it doesn't really add anything because it's red. But... I guess if I aimed it at the converter, if I had the inverter and those things connected, I could probably make it blue and then point it at that if needed, but I don't know, probably don't need it immediately. Anyway, we got ourselves a green switch here. That's being sneaky. Sneaky little green switch. I mean, it's not that sneaky, admittedly, but it's doing its best, you know? Not that mad about it this time. I did see one of these walls earlier, and I genuinely forgot where. There it is. Also, we did see the puzzle from upstairs as well, so I suppose an important one. Also, that's the whole puzzle. Well, it's not the whole puzzle. We still need a device to... Do we have a connector here? No, jammer. Oh, well, then that's the whole puzzle. Well, you know. There's probably someone out there who's impressed. Sometimes you're just not the target audience for something. That's just the way it is sometimes. Not everything's for everyone. And my god. This whole area is it does remind me of my first visit to the megastructure, at least, so there is that. It is consistent. So can I just double... No, I can't just double space, jump all the way down, detach myself from the ceiling, and skip having to walk all the way back. Because while you can detach from here... Oh, is this... No, this is definitely an anti-gravity or whatever. And sometimes you can disengage, just not all the time. So now we do get to at least experience the joy of walking all the way back. So, who's the complaint? Can we disengage from up here? Yes. Is it intended? Probably not. But I mean, I don't want to deal with walking all the way back. Is more the thing. The previous time I did all of the Tetranemo nonsense, and I. Whilst jeez, okay. I just, I don't think you're meant to be on this side of the puzzle because it sort of falls apart when you walk to the edge of it because there's nothing blocking you from just, yeah, there's nothing blocking you is really the end of that sentence. Anyway. This doesn't seem really viable. But now I'm curious what kind of nonsense you can get away with in this place. Can you get up here? Nope, that's not solid. Ay, ay, ay. So, the anti-gravity, whatever, these things, they work to an extent, but I don't think you're meant to do this right here. So that makes me wonder what else you're not meant to do, because you can definitely do it on all of these, I suppose. I just do sort of struggle with up and down in this situation. But maybe we can make this work, actually. If we just run that way. Oh no, oh god. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. I went up and upside down twice. That was not fully in my control, I'm gonna say, but it worked out for the purposes of getting to the most unlocked place of all the places. So there's like 100% chance you can get to the red puzzle as well, right? I'm a little curious about that at least, because Byron was over there. It is like sort of meant to be shut down, but with the gravity nonsense that we have at our disposal, you can 100% make it there. I just wonder if there's a normal path to get to that puzzle as well. Because that's at least kind of interesting. Also, what are the limits of the jump off mechanic? Like, does it have to be a different anti-grav pad? And it does seem to be sort of the case. Where it says jump off, right? It's suspicious. It's unusual. That's what I'm gonna call it. I've gotten like a whole new groove for exploration of this place just because of how weirdly busted all this nonsense is. I kind of really want to go to that set of puzzles just to see if there's anything there. Well, I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to play around here a little bit longer, as it turns out, because they did add a mechanic that appeals to me for possibly all the wrong reasons. But, I mean, maybe it's not as busted as it seems. Maybe it is more or less impossible to get there. It just does not at all feel that way from a glance. It also feels like there's going to be nothing there, but that's a whole separate issue that we're gonna have to deal with. This is where we came from. Like, this is where the start of the area is, and then he just like went over there or whatever. And I suppose this is where you're meant to start the situation. Alright, we're gonna get something out of this mega structure at least, and I'm kind of happy about that. Can we... It's it's more fiddly than it seems to do anything with this, even though you could very easily just jump over the edge of this. But then you just start falling down, which kind of puts a wrench in the whole situation. There's a lot of spinning around once you're on the edge of it. Wait, no, actually, I just recalled that you can just jump on that wall from up here. But is it possible... I think you get stuck on that wall at that point, unfortunately. Now, let's at least try. It would be foolish not to at least make an attempt. Because I'd have to get on that part, because that's too high for sure. So maybe if I just shimmy my way around this, and then like jump over there. This seems implausible. But if I die, that's actually okay, because I kind of want to go back to the puzzle I just left, and I'm hoping that the checkpoint is still there. I feel like the odds are not in my favor on that one, but... where is this? No, this is fine. It's reasonably close, I think. Isn't it? Wait, is this the start? Well, I mean, it's not like we're that far away from the puzzle section anyway. This is the least progress anyone will ever make in a video game, but sometimes you gotta explore the unexplored. And it's gonna be disappointing. Like, at least, like, I'll tell you that much now. If this is not gonna be disappointing, I will be shocked, because why would anyone try and go there? But if Byron gets to go there, I feel it's only reasonable that I get to go there as well. God, there's so many paths to get to where I came from. There's actually so many of these bridges. Are we actually just about to do all of them just out of spite? Certainly feels that way, but it might not be the case. That doesn't. None of this works. This is. I mean, this doesn't feel right, but let's just give it a shot just for fun. Yeah, okay. Oh, this might work actually. Yeah, there you go. No one's commenting about my large quantity of bridges not going in the direction where we need to go. Like, how do you even get here? This is actually kind of vaguely interesting, because that doesn't seem right. This doesn't feel great either. This is an awkward bridge. Don't like it. Don't like this bridge. I suppose there probably is a path where you would get here naturally. Something like this maybe, and then we can... No. Someone out there is just furious at me right now, but that's fine. We'll get to the end of this puzzle eventually, even if we have to brute force the whole thing. Even if I do end up doing the exact same move 17 times in a row, it's fine. This is all strategy. Let's at least like give this some thought. Let's start with Chonky Block. And conclude that Chonky Block plus Squiggly is not the way to go. So, we go Chonky Block plus T Block. Is there any reasonable way this works? Not particularly in this way. Not particularly in that way either. This is nothing. Alright. So we've gone with T block. L piece. Nope. Nothing fits. Good. L piece definitely not. Chonky block has been removed from the equation. Good. This is nothing. This might be very quickly nothing actually, because I don't think anything fits there yet. L piece has been removed from the equation. T block. Followed by Chonky, that doesn't work. I don't think Chonky is the thing that we want to have in this particular location. Doesn't work. Impossible. But Chonky looking the other way. Actually, so close. Well, it's good enough. It got me to the other side. Even if it didn't connect to the thing, that's fine. It didn't need to, as it turns out. We've solved yet another bridge. We just didn't fully make the bridge, and the bridge disappeared afterwards, but that's okay. It's all good stuff. Realistically speaking, this was all a big waste of time to get to an area that we were already at previously anyway, so I mean, you don't really have to worry about it too much. Because I want to go there, right? Oh, I guess maybe this is like the normal people route, because I just jumped down randomly somewhere and that sort of worked out for me, but maybe that's not what you're sort of intended to do, I suppose. Anyway, now that we're here anyway. This didn't seem that difficult the last time I did it. I'm wondering if I was just accidentally lucky. Because sometimes some of these jumps just sort of work out and sometimes they don't. There was one episode where I did a lot of editing away nonsense because one jump was just super difficult and I just edited to the part where it worked because quite frankly there was no content there. It was just me quietly trying to make a jump over and over. And this, I think this one's definitely easier for sure. I ended up just jumping down immediately, so that was kind of pointless for everyone's sake, I suppose. Alright, so I suppose normally you're meant to make a whole bunch of bridges to get to the green bit, but you can just sort of jump down. Where did I jump down from? It might have been from here, actually, yeah. Whoop. Yeah, and then it does become a little bit more awkward, I suppose. Alright, fair enough. Alright, from here, this seems like the most viable place to get to the red situation. In my mind. Just because you got a lot of weird stuff going on here with gravity and whatnot. But it does seem kind of far away, I suppose. Not really sure what I was thinking. Like, that's where I need to be. And it doesn't really seem like this is the way to do it currently. Jump off. I mean, that obviously doesn't help. Alright, so the exciting thing is we did finally find a use for having a hole on the tippy top of something with the driller, because it can make you just jump off of a cliff like that. So that'll count for something. The downside is I haven't really been able to do anything with this that gets me close to the goal that I've set for myself. So it's you know, ups and downs. Maybe if I can jump all the way over there. Ugh, that seems very far away though. Because you can get to this sort of bridge that I created once in my life. But I can't quite... Like, I can go around there, but that just leads to an invisible wall. Maybe I can go around this? This doesn't seem likely though. No. It's a tough one. It's a tough puzzle, I'll give you that. It's a tough puzzle to get to Byron's puzzle. But we'll figure it out. Maybe we can just get there from the door. Maybe I'm overthinking it with shenaniganry, when realistically we could just get in there from here instead. Because it's not... Like, how high is this realistically speaking? Oh, surprisingly, as it turns out, because there's an invisible wall there. Well, that is unfortunate, but that's not going to deter me from the get-go, but it will deter me very, very rapidly, I feel, because it's, yeah, invisible walls are just kind of tough to deal with unless you have a box or something in there. Was only a box in Byron's puzzle, cleverly enough. Which I really surely thought about while they were constructing this mega structure. It's just so sad though. It's so close. It's so close. It's so damn close. And I'll be honest, I don't believe that they fully shut this off. But you know what? Well, let's just walk on for a bit. Maybe I'll get a surge of inspiration as we inevitably have to walk all the way back again. And that's an exciting prospect. We have a similar structure thing going on here. Actually, this might work. As far as inspiration goes, because there was a hole in the wall there, and that usually... because this place last time was actually pretty jumpable. And I'm wondering if that can lead to any silliness. Let's go deal with, whatever this is. Don't like that sound.
This is fascinating.
If I'm gonna die.
They were both here, Athena and Cornelius. They had a plan. I found a file that... I can't...
Byron's trapped in the overload. He's failing to disconnect.
The whole system's going haywire.
1K, get out of there! Everyone back to the VTOL!
But Byron...
We have to go.
Yeah.
Now, 1K, get moving!
Yes, I am
We
moving.
can't just leave Byron behind.
Yeah, Coot, we have no idea where he is or what's happening to him. But right now, if we stay here, we could all die.
The system's going completely bananas. Energy spikes everywhere.
We'll come back for Byron, I promise.
We are 100% never coming back for Byron. But it certainly gives, you know, the intonation that we're on a timed mission. But, you know, I still want to see Byron's puzzle. So we're just gonna real quickly ignore all what's going on around us. The screen shake's pretty annoying though, so I'm probably not gonna keep this up for too long. There's a chance that the game just kills us after a while. But it probably won't. There isn't a timer on screen. And quite frankly, that's reason enough for me to believe that this is just a lot of fluff and not really anything beyond cool special effects. So we're just gonna hope that's the case for a minute as we try to climb this definitely intended jumping puzzle. God. I'm gonna try this one more time. Okay. This is surprisingly difficult to get on top of, as it turns out, because you have to jump sort of around this wall, and it's... Every time it looks like I'm jumping off of it, but I'm not quite, and it's like a whole thing. I don't like it. Now I'm down here. Yeah, maybe the hole in the wall is not our savior. Which is surprising as a sentence to say out loud, but also... We're just getting more shaky as we walk across certain walls. So there is still a chance that we just die in a second here, but until that actually happens, we're just gonna try and make this jump. Because I want to see if we could... Ah, God, it's so close! But every time my progress is hampered by invisible walls. Every time. Yeah, there's a lot of ceilings falling out of the structure, but do you not understand how important this is? Byron's stuck in a machine, and his only hope is that we do that one puzzle that he did, because that's, I think, where it all went wrong. If Byron just placed that box a little differently, it would have all been different. But no, Byron did the puzzle Byron style, and now look at the situation that we're in. This seems new. Is this new? No. No, this is the same situation I was in a second ago. This is like the most likely thing that I can get on top of to get to where I need to be is the thing. And... Oh, this might work, actually. I can't quite get around that. Ah! Fine, game. We'll traverse this place. Oh. So it turns out... This only makes me more curious what would happen if you get here before this all happens, though. Because I firmly believe you can.
Mortals are not meant to tread these halls. Why will you not heed my warnings?
Yeah, why?
I am not trying to harm you, creatures of clay. All I wish is to protect you and the rest of your kind. What more must I do to make you understand? If you cannot be reasoned with, I must bar your path.
Yeah, that's fair enough, but I'm still not in the part of the puzzle where Byron was, though. This is a separate area. Which is barred off, I'll give you that, but I mean, maybe we'll get there. I have one focus, one mission, and that is to follow the footsteps of Byron so I can be in a small cutscene while he goes up an elevator. But perhaps 'tis not to be. Like the thing, like they made a jumping they made at least one jumping puzzle in this game so far, just for like a little flame that you could pick up. And that obviously gives the assumption that the whole game is a jumping puzzle and that you have to try every time. Yeah, I'm in a rush, but don't worry about it. There is clearly no rush here. It is fine. We can take a minute to look around. There is an increase in what I would call invisible walls the further we get into the game. And it's not always obvious. It's certainly not from just watching that you're going to notice those invisible walls, but you can feel them there, and it's just I'd call it stinky. Just smelly. Stinky and smelly. Does this one work? No. It's a big hand. Now, this thing's always had those big hand imprints in it before, because I guess I never really looked at them. This doesn't seem right, but... Oh, yeah, there you go. It's not really a purpose to being here, but... Maybe this is that secret area I've been craving. This is it. There's a little bit of green in here. Did you expect grass? I sure didn't. There's actually a lot of grass in this structure. There's a decent chance you would have expected grass in the vicinity, I suppose. I'm sorry that I assumed that you didn't. You actually do seem like the kind of person that would have expected grass to be under there. No. Well, no.
These energy emissions are messing with the VTOL systems. Okay, I think I've got it working. Get here quickly, 1K.
Yeah, I'm running as fast as I feasibly can. With the constrictions that I've set upon myself. This is where the VTOL is, right? Like, we just sort of shimmy on the edge of this wall. Oh, God, again. There was a time where I would have at least tried the jump. But again, it's been sort of crushed away from me at this point. There's no purpose. I know there's going to be an invisible wall there. It's just going to be sadness and just me walking off camera again. I'm through with your games, game. Is this door open now? This is still functioning. Which is surprising. I mean, I guess if you didn't read it yet, now you can still read it. Just seems a bit odd is all. Alright, well, on we go. To the VTOL! It's the only thing we can do. That was the loading screen of you just lost whatever item you were carrying.
Come on, get in!
Oh, that was a close one, gang.
Get us out of here, Yakut.
All the earthquakes stopped. Realistically, we just fed Byron to a pyramid and then left. That's more or less all we accomplished in this zone.
Okay, we're out. Now what?
Looks like the southern sites are active. The readings are strangely jumbled, though.
Should I set us down?
Yes, but just to drop off Melville.
What?
We're going back to New Jerusalem.
Why?
The situation has gotten out of control. We need to regroup. Rushing in blindly isn't going to save Byron. But we also need someone to stay here and keep an eye on things. Melville, that's you.
All right. I'll see if I can make any sense of these systems while you're gone.
Just keep a safe distance, okay?
Will do.
Good. Well, 1K, I guess it's time for you and me to take a nap.
None of their mouths move when they're talking on the radio.
Do not lose hope, my child. In these difficult moments, find solace in your friends and in the home that you share.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Here we are. Got an update from Melville. The power spikes are continuing, but no news from Byron.
All right. Thank you, Yakut. You get the VTOL ready for the next trip. I'll talk to the mayor. 1K, please head over to the Museum of the Simulation and talk to Cornelius. Let's see what he has to say for himself.
Yeah, Cornelius. What the heck is your deal, man? Why were you in the past at that one point?
The world is full of suffering.
Oh.
Every living organism suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart or wasting away. This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls, every hour of every day. It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings to lessen suffering. That's what it means to be human. To understand that it is your duty to transform this world into something better. That's what the founder meant when she said that we can turn the world into a work of art. Despite what happened to him, Byron was right. We have to keep going.
This is blasphemy. Byron was punished for failing the founder's trials. And you want us to dig deeper? Just because you can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary?
Please, everyone, stop using the public frequency. If you want to argue, use your interface or speak in person.
It says something about me that I still can't hear the words "this is blasphemy" without it being followed up with "this is madness." After all these years, you know, it seems like after a while that would leave your head, but it just doesn't. It's sort of unreal. Anyway. This person doesn't have a name anymore. Oh no, it was just slightly off screen. Anyway. No one wants to talk to us so far, which is surprising. We've been nothing but nice. This thing had a sign in front of it, I want to say.
The Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors. However, please note that due to an unauthorized strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable. May the founder be with you.
By rat. Alright. I don't know what's going on with the walls, but everything's moving. It's probably just a lot of bugs, don't worry about it. So apparently this is pronounced as Neve. It is an Irish name, I just... yeah.
Welcome to the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition. Oh, it's you, 1K. Please tell me, you were there when everything went sideways. Do you think Byron will be all right?
Yes.
Oh, Byron, always getting into trouble. He's been like that for 1,000 years, you know. But losing him would be terrible. But anyway, you've come to take a well-deserved break from your expedition. So let's talk about something else.
I'll be honest, I'm not in the mood today. Let's go through the text adventures at least. Welcome to Argument Simulator. Let's go. Choose your character. Goldblum. Choose your argument. It's false. I disagree. It's obviously incorrect. No, it isn't. I can contradict you. Yeah, let's find out what we agree on. We did it! No. Good game. Jefferson Goldblum and the Spectre of Modernity. This is a true story. You, Jefferson Goldblum, definitely... Let's talk to Frankie Soy Sauce. Yes, Frankie. It's high time that we have another adventure together since you missed the last one. Let's ask Frankie Soy Sauce what's happening. Sorry, buddy, I can't hear you, Frankie drawls over the noise. I'm gonna play my guitar. Wield my guitar, play a chord, klaxon turns itself off. That's how it goes. Why was the klaxon on, though? John Malcolm says some things, but what does Soy Sauce say, though? I am exclusively interested in the words of Frankie Soy Sauce and nothing else. Take action. I'm gonna wait. Frankie Soy Sauce, obviously. Let me just finish this cup of cafe au late, buddy. To the let's go to the islands first, actually. Frankie Soy Sauce is not a fast swimmer, but he's a steady one. Frankie, I need help. This goes on for a bit, doesn't it? To the icy mountains. After a long day of travel, you get there. Forge on. We should continue. Jefferson, my man, says Frankie Soy Sauce seriously. The beauty of these mountains is dazzling. Dear God, I can barely breathe. I'm so dazzled. Respond. Dear God, let's attempt to explain the misunderstanding. Oh yeah, we're best friends now. That's how it goes. We're on a quest to destroy the specter of, well, because modernity has no space for love. I sort of hate how the text is appearing. I'm genuinely wondering if my video card is destroying with this one, because nothing looks right. Anyway, we're going into the specter of modernity. Request clarification. That actually makes a lot of sense, sorry. No biggies. Alright, we did it. The Wizard of Crime it's like a weird blur effect with every letter that's appearing. And I'm not sure what is causing that. But it probably has something to do with this entire dome looking like it's moving continuously, so who's to say? Is this the one we didn't do already? Ghost of Atlantis, let's go. Gently, your ship touches down on the land. Journey to the ancient farmlands, obviously. Used to be rich, life-giving. There's a ghost here. We speak to the ghost, and he gives us some interesting information. I'm not willing to swear fealty to the town. Let's go to the Temple of the Owl. The sun grows bigger and brighter. Time is running short. This keyboard is very impressive, actually. Stay behind. Because it seems that I'm pressing the same buttons over and over. But realistically, this is very, very different words being typed every single time. So it's just a quick typer. You are dead. I have obviously been reading it all. We're a bit cursed by ghosts. That's probably fine. Broken tower. We approach the tower. This is a pretty good game. Let's speak to the magician. Should I embrace or reject? Yeah, let's just not, yeah? Make your own sublime. What an idea. It's definitely worth trying. Join me, wizard. Alright, we're nearly done with this one, I think. I think we're gonna win. I'm feeling pretty good. Explore the labyrinth, obviously, just wildly. Never mind, we're not gonna explore it that much. All things are in vain. Let's, where's the love answer? Oh, that's some of the inscription that we found. So we got 2 people to join us, and we got cursed a little bit. So all in all, that's a pretty good deal. 2 out of 5 ain't bad. Journey to the Pilgrim's Palace. Speak to the king. Could probably befriend him. We've got 2 friends on us. You didn't fail because we're here. That is the reason why we didn't fail. I think it all makes sense when you don't read it. If we just base this entire story on the answers that we're giving, I think it really does tell the same story. We win! We finished all 3 text adventures in the exhibition according to the achievement I just got. So all in all, good stuff. I'm gonna go over there now. Oh, this person's still going. That's nice. Hello, Damien.
Welcome back, 1K. Thanks again for signing that petition. Unfortunately, as you can see, it wasn't enough.
What's going on?
Yesterday, there was a sudden brownout in the grid, and we almost had a derailment. We've been warning the mayor for months, and all he ever gives us is waffle about the goal. This can't go on.
It can't go on. Fully support you.
Thank you. Your support means a lot to us. We need to get through to people.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'll do. Thanks, Damien. Where's the one with the funny voice? I feel like that's the most likely to have something really deep and interesting to say. And Helga, of course.
1K, what can I do for you?
Do I have enough credits yet?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Inner peace doesn't come cheap. Come back when you've got 1,000 credits.
Okay.
So, something else perhaps?
Well,
Please come back if...
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's a chance we can at least find the one. The cat museum is here. I think this is still the same cat, so that's good. We can't jump over this wall, and that's unfortunate. But that's fine, that's fine. That's where... There was a thing there, which was, closed. I think it still had a big red thing around it, though, so it's probably nothing. These structures look fun. Was it you, Belmarsh? No.
Bless you, friend.
No, you were the one with the eyeliner. That's how I remember that one. That's not who I'm looking for. I'm looking specifically for one person who I don't really recall where he is. That's a bridge person. We all remember the bridge one. Lord of the Bridges. Was it you? You're the one that was sad.
1K, you're back.
Yes. How have you been?
Let's not talk about me.
Okay.
Let's talk about that replication technology you found. You have to get hold of it, 1K. You have to. If you don't, I think I'm gonna die of loneliness. And I think this whole city's gonna slowly suffocate. I mean, do you really think the founder would have designed such a large city if she intended for us to stop at 1,000 inhabitants? That's not even enough to fill a village.
Promise I'll do my best.
I don't know how much longer I can go on feeling like this.
Keep it light. That's fine. Let's, why is the quest marker going to miles away? Is that where the museum is? Because I feel like that can't be correct, but who knows? Who's to say at this stage, you know? I am very rapidly probably just going to run over to Cornelius at this rate, because I don't think the town's doing too well. Maybe it's this gray cloud of unhappiness that's going on, but I don't know. Something's giving me a vibe that things have been better. But maybe I'm just reading too much into things, you know? I have no idea where the guy with the voice is. There's a good chance there's something funny in there, but my goodness. It is sometimes some things are not. If you want to find funny voice, man, you gotta play the game yourself. Sorry, that's the rules. You know how it is. You can't just be watching everything in these first playthrough types of situations. I'm gonna miss a thing or two, and maybe it's gonna be 100 things I miss through sheer impatience. Cornelius.
Oh, 1K.
Neath.
What are you doing here? Ah, I assume it has something to do with your expedition?
Yes.
I must admit I haven't been following the news. Sorry, been a little lost lately.
Are you okay?
No.
Oh.
Not really.
This was the one that lost purpose,
what
right?
I do now that my job is redundant, I don't know. I guess I hadn't thought about it. I had just focused on getting there. And after you left, it all just rushed over me. The truth is, I don't know who I am without this. Creating new life, guiding people into existence. That's who I am. More importantly, I think that's who I want to be. And if we stop growing, that's the one thing I can't be anymore. That's why I wanted to talk to Cornelius. He was there at the beginning. He knows where we came from. I thought he might help me understand where I could go next.
You shouldn't have to give up who you are.
Thank you, 1K. I don't want to. I liked who I was. Who I still am. Now, you said you were looking for Cornelius?
Yes.
Oh, that's... well, I suppose it shouldn't really come as a surprise. They were very close, you know. After she disappeared, he went away for a long time. On a research expedition, he said. To be honest, everyone assumed he was working out his grief over being left behind. Many of the first companions were deeply shocked by her decision, particularly Byron. That's the thing. I wanted to talk to him about my future, but he wasn't responding to my messages. So I came here to talk to him, and he seems to have vanished.
Did you check his house?
I did, on my way here. And I messaged most of his other friends. He doesn't seem to be anywhere in the city at all.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
I suppose so. It seems a little unethical, but then it is just his work terminal, right? No. The truth is that for the longest time, he barely left the museum. He was always at his terminal, working day and night. I asked him what he was doing once, and he said he was saving the past. Good luck with everything, 1K.
Thank you.
And thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Neith's alright. Can't be mad at Neith. Julian, on the other hand. You can be furious at Julian. Like these puzzles, I got an achievement for exploring the thing in its entirety, so that's nice. Like this stuff, I can sort of visualize in my head. And we're gonna go through all of these, because at least I can sort of get my head around these on a good day, so maybe today is a good day. We're gonna find out together, everyone. It turns out these puzzles are impossible. It is what it is. There was only one way to find out, and that was through at least trying it once. Oh yeah, I get it now. Actually, it's just it's a square. We meant to make a. It's impossible. It can't be done. Huh. That's not right. Oh jeez, I just said that I can sort of visualize these ones, and now it's all falling apart instantly. Ay ay ay. It can't be done. I'm afraid we've stumbled upon an impossible puzzle once again. The downside with these is that I can't just cheese my way through life. Yeah, bizarre. Can I do something like this, maybe? No. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with this for a bit, because, you know, find the joys in life, as they say, and that is what we're doing. It's sort of unreal how much I'm trying the exact same thing over and over again, and yet it just isn't working every time. How is that possible? Because I'm rotating it the exact same way 4 times in a row, and then it just keeps not working. It's sort of unreal. Maybe if I just put one of those in there, it'll make things a bit easier to follow. Can I put some there? And then from here we can do this. Yeah, and then from there we can do this. These things do not line up in each other in the way that I want. That's the main problem. They're just the wrong shape. If they just made it a more convenient shape, we wouldn't be having these issues. But unfortunately, the shape is inconvenient. To me, specifically. Such is life, I'm afraid. It can't be helped sometimes. Yeah, I'm afraid that one's just impossible. That's really unusual, but yeah, it is what it is. Alright, I'm already actually strongly losing patience with this already. God. Am I just losing excitement over puzzles? There is a possibility, because geez, this is actually like yeah, I'm good. Maybe I'll tell you this. I will love to do these when I'm not recording. As it stands. I'm just not feeling it. The gray cloud of sadness that this place has been covered with isn't helping either, I'll tell you that much. This seems pretty much unchanged. It just seems weird to me that Serious Sam is even here. Because I feel like that also just set sort of an expectation that I had through the exploration of this. I'm genuinely not sure if they've added a third one there or if that one was there already. But there certainly is like another one here. But like immediately from the get-go, they put all this stuff here. Like just outside of the gate, you know? Like literally outside of the gate. And I was like, ooh, cute little facade. It's a museum of all that good stuff. Remember Talos Principle 1? We all do. It's a good game. And then that all sort of immediately disappears once you get to the actual game. I don't get it. Let's read some notes. Trust 1K, undecided. That's all I need to know. I hope there's no data overload. No, there actually isn't.
So this is what Cornelius was working on? Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready. I'll meet you there. No rush, though.
See, I told you it was Athena who sent Prometheus. How do you know it was Athena? Because she's the one who built the giant pyramid? Sure, but how do you know it wasn't Cornelius who sent Prometheus? Because Cornelius was here? And where did Prometheus appear? Come on. How do you know it wasn't Miranda? Maybe she got bored of waiting. I don't buy it. I think Athena is testing us. Why would she test us? To see if we can use those new technologies, like the body replication. If those new technologies are such a big deal, why is she putting them in puzzles? Because play is how we learn. Maybe she's trying to tell us the opposite. It's all just childish stuff that doesn't really matter. The last power failure almost caused...
They're all saying the same thing.
Are you enjoying our gardens?
They're nice.
All the great secrets are right there, you know. You can watch the tiniest of seedlings grow, flourish, and die. But it's the pattern of all things that you're really seeing.
Yes.
Ah, so you green fingers and apophenia too. Those traits are much too rare in the birthing algorithm, in my opinion. Sometimes I imagine myself as an old oak tree. I watch the life which grows around me. I see the ivy, the moss, the fungi, leaching my nutrients as they go. And I don't blame them. I'm delighted by how life seems so different from me can somehow be the same as me. This old oak tree drinks water from the ground. They drink their water from me. They shrivel and die in a single season. But I shrivel and die over centuries. What kind of plant would you be, I wonder?
Oak tree. Let me tell you. Where's oak tree? It's not there.
A grand old tree living inside our youngest citizen. I can honestly say that I didn't predict that. The patterns are not always easy to read. Perhaps you and I will grow old in this garden together.
Thanks.
Thank you for stopping by, 1K. I'm sure we'll meet again.
You're alright, Chansey. Maybe it's... Thanks. Maybe it's just like the main story people.
We must listen to the wisdom of the ancient writers, or we will fail the Founder's trial. The megastructure must be rejected.
Yeah. Yeah. Like again, maybe it's just sort of the main story people that you keep coming across. But I feel like if you just talk to all the main story people, you hear the same dialogue in 7 different voices. They all agree with each other. And they all individually have to tell me one by one that they agree with each other without telling each other. Just start your own cutscene and talk to each other and let me just have my little puzzles in peace. Let me take my little puzzle pieces away and just let me place them in silly little places and call it a day. That's all I need. Herman?
What can I do for you, 1K?
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
I know, Herman.
What did the mayor say?
I convinced him that we need to keep going until we found Byron.
Did he want us to leave him behind?
No, he's just concerned for our safety. And he's right to be. But we're going back anyway.
Back to sleep.
Great trials lie ahead of you, my child. But your choices will determine the future.
Thanks.
Melville, are you receiving?
Yep. Welcome back to the mysterious island, everyone.
How's the situation?
Whatever Byron did seems to have sent the whole system into some kind of lockdown. I can't access any of the terminals, although I suspect 1K still could.
Why would that be the case?
When 1K connected to the data stream, the system assigned him a user profile. The rest of us are locked out, which means I'll need your help, 1K, because a lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working.
Okay. Check it out and see what you can fix. But please remember, what matters most is finding Byron.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. But I think it's best if we solve some puzzles before we save Byron, though, because I think that's where the secret really is hiding. Activate tower, 0 out of 3. Yeah. It's very important that we save Byron. That's why it's in the top right of the screen and not something silly like solve puzzles. That does seem right. Alright, so what do we got? We got the coasts, we got a canyon, and an oasis. Alright. I'm doing coast first, because I'm clearly annoyed.
Okay, I'm sending you a little software upgrade I put together that should allow you to detect which files will lead to a data stream overload.
That's nice.
Unfortunately, I'm not doing this to help you avoid them. In fact, I'm gonna need you to search for more. I'm sorry about that. But if we're going to unlock all the systems that aren't responding, you'll have to connect to the data stream. Possibly more than once. It's the only way for me to get access.
But yeah, my thought process is, I can just run through this place, assuming it is a coast, and not just nice desert. Solve all the puzzles in seconds. And then next time go to like an oasis or something. That actually sounds kind of nice. Having said that, this looks great.
Alright, 1K. In this area, there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the tetromino bridges.
Oh
That
no.
means you can solve the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that lets you connect to the data stream.
I already found it. I'll send you the coordinates.
Dang, we can't activate the tower? That's such a bummer. In this absolutely gorgeous looking place. Like, that's the one thing on my mind right now. You know, with the really calming music and whatnot. Good guitars. The Sphinx is there. I already prefer this over the whole previous place. So one thing I was also told is that apparently you can just press tab and then there's like one of these. And I don't need to make screenshots of everything that goes on in my life. Actually, nice little tip. Very nice. Anyway. How likely is it that we could reach that tower by just walking there? Because this is not deep water. I think getting into the tower could be tricky, because it's obviously quite high up as far as doors go, but... Okay, you can actually just walk there very easily. I was wondering if we needed like a box or something, but we can just walk here. Well, we can get pretty close to the door as well, actually. Oh. Sorry, I just had to laugh about something completely unrelated, obviously. Similarly, these wings kinda want to jump on top of them, but not yet. We should do a puzzle first. Let's do puzzle number 1. Because puzzle number 1 was extremely close to where we started. And I'm feeling good that if we start at puzzle number 1, I guarantee things are gonna be okay. God, I'm in such a much better mood now that it's not cloudy and horrible the entire... like every direction I look at. I don't know, just something about it. You know? Makes me feel alive. The round shape of these walls is it's quite nice. Also, it's not as easy to jump on as you would expect, so that's, you know, good stuff. The exit's right there. That's suspicious, given the big tree that they've placed right next to the puzzle. What is this game? It is sometimes not quite clear where tree ends, but that's fine. Like, how is this not something you can jump on? I mean, I understand for the purposes of a video game that it's not. And we'll get to puzzle 1 in a second. It's just, let me just walk around it for a little bit. You can jump in there. There's something making a sound here. Oh. I did not know those things made sound. But apparently they do, and apparently there was one. So that's good stuff already. God. This is such a much nicer place than everything that we've experienced in the last 3 sessions of this game, including New Jerusalem. Yeah. Be like that sometimes then. Let's just enjoy it for a little bit. Let's have some fun. Let's do a puzzle. Let's go inside here and see what's up. There's probably like some puzzling going on. Maybe there's a new mechanic. Phase entry. Maybe there's those teleporters we finally we saw ages ago. Oh. Well, turns out it is. We could just teleport to this place. Can we take it? Yeah. This activates the jump pad. Oh, you can place teleport. Oh my god. Well, if this isn't busted, then that would be just a small miracle, but who knows? It doesn't have to be. Does this do something? Surely not. Seemingly not. Does this work? No. That doesn't work either. That's actually vaguely interesting, because you teleport to it. But then it doesn't, you know, you get it. You get what I'm saying. So, I suppose we have to get that fan over there, is the most likely of the solutions. Let me just make sure that this is not just a silly little jump that you can do, though. It is surprisingly low, so it just seems like it's the more obvious of the possible options that we have. And again, as I've said many times before, not trying it would be foolish. And I stand by those words. Alright. Seems pretty sturdy. We need to step on all the things to activate stuff. We can't just do this. Alright, I'm okay about this so far. This whole situation, I'm accepting it for what it is. Sort of. Let me just... real quick. Like here, maybe? Oh, you can definitely jump on top of that wall, yeah. I got the prompt for a second there. It's moved. My square is moving a lot, I'll admit. Like, more even now than you would expect the square to move, for sure, but that's fine. It once again... Oh, okay, I'm starting to understand. Because I'm guessing I can't teleport to it when I'm not in the puzzle. And I think that's similar to how it worked with the... Yeah, once you're out of the puzzle, you can't interact with the teleporter. Alright. So that's the same as the body situation that we had with the other mechanic. Fair enough. It's a bit clear when they do and when they don't, like, intend for you to use that in that fashion, but sure, that's fine. That was exciting. Anyway, I'm actually not, like, super sure what they want me to do here. Oh, can I teleport with the box in my hand? Oh, I see. I see. That does simplify things. Because then I can just keep whoop to the other side while I'm holding stuff. Good enough. Good mechanic. Makes sense. There's rules. Very nice. Puzzle solved. Okay, that is also sort of the kind of mechanic I can get my head around, so I kind of appreciate that as well. So... yeah, okay, I figured as much. So this is... Oh, no. That's not how it works. It actually isn't how it works. That's incredible. Alright, so it's not just a matter of put it next to this little edge and then you can mess around with it. You can make jammers go through this. And you can do that, which, I mean, I'll admit isn't great either. But, like, normally, these barriers, like, they go a little bit further, but usually there's a big wall next to it, so you don't immediately notice it. But then you have stuff like this. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, this thing doesn't work outside of the puzzle, so it's not, like, as busted as it could be, but, I mean, it's still pretty bad, isn't it? It's not great. Anyway, puzzle number 2. Let's go across this bridge. We've come to it. From the get-go, we can jump over the wall, but that doesn't really assist us. It's called the escape. So presumably we have to teleport somewhere because that's the mechanic we just learned about. There's a teleport. That's the problem. We're gonna have to make escape, I suppose. Going through this now seems pointless. We have beams. We have those. We have red. Zoop. And before you know it, every puzzle solved. Everyone's happy. That's not placed correctly. We are zooming. And we can just jump this off the cliff and call it a day. That's actually sort of surprising that that's an option. Also, that right there is dangerous, but sure, it doesn't have to be. So this is actually pretty good. This allows a lot of possibilities, I feel, combining it with the driller. Oh yeah. I want to look in that direction so badly. Because if I drop this down, I assume eventually we'll leave the puzzle. I just don't know when, and that also just causes some interesting situations, I feel. So we can take the driller with us fairly easily, I want to say. If we just... At least, yeah, because we can just take it through here. Does that help me in any way? I'm honestly not 100% sure, but I kind of forgot what the goal... What is the exit? Oh, here. Oh, yeah, easily. Wow, this is, like, really suspicious, though. Like, hang on. Where's my teleporter? Because that's... like, so close. I don't think it's possible, but well, I say that. I just don't really want to bother. It's more the reality of the situation. That is much more the reality of the situation that I'm dealing with right now, because I think if we jump down, we might actually live. Because it might just not be that deep, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot here I want to try, but very little that I can realistically be bothered with is sort of the situation at hand here. So let's just do this normally for a second, because the answer is like not hard. And then see what the actual options actually were. Because let me just get this out of the way. Because this, like, surely this doesn't block it, right? Like, there's no way. There is no way that that blocks fully. It's just, dang it. Well, I'm still holding it. That's also sort of like the thing that I was talking about. I'm just not sure if we can actually leave where we are right now. Can I use this teleporter while I'm here? Because I feel like... No, I can only take it. So, we've taken the teleporter out of the puzzle. It's just that we are in such a terrible spot. Wait, what's that? Hang on. Okay, that's actually interesting. Whoop! Teleport! Teleport back to puzzle number 2 using the teleporter. We have done it! Huzzah! Right, so the driller's here. Where was that thing? There. Alright. Let's see. How we can just pick up the teleport now. There is no way that this is not. I'm gonna try it once before we move on. There is no way that that would block you off, though. It's so close. It's so close to the edge. Like, but let's not worry about that for now. That's a whole different deal that we don't have to currently think about. But I'm just, there's no way. There is absolutely no way that that is anything that would block you off, but that's fine. Alright, so that's a green beam machine. I have not seen what I would have to point that at yet, to my knowledge. Also, I don't have like a... I don't know what that is. Oh, that's just a red laser. Would that have it? No, we got plenty of red lasers at home, but... Yeah, God knows. I mean, once we get access to whatnot. The compass, that's the word I was going for. We can probably more easily figure that out. Also, I guess it's kind of easy to see over here that it's a green beam machine. So it's not like super not obvious, I suppose. Let me just... So if I had the box here, I could probably get on top of this... Like, I think I could get on top of this wall, and then I'd be able to just take all of this. Including the teleporter, but we've established that that doesn't really help me in any way. I would say you could probably jump around that wall as well, but... That's fine. Oop. Yeah, these are all just slopes. That's surprising. Anyway, I got places to be. I've already messed around too much this episode. There's a puzzle right there. We'll get to that. What's up here? And...
One day, undoubtedly, an expedition will pass by this island. It will seek to document facts and statistics, to enumerate reasons for us not to look more closely. That is what we do now. We seek facts rather than truth. Because truth might frighten and unsettle the comfortable people who like to sit in their conference rooms and debate which corners we should cut today. These people like to imagine the chaos that could come one day. like a comforting fairy tale of distant darkness. But they do not see the chaos that is at our walls right now. The chaos that also lives within us. A force that is both necessary and appalling.
Yeah, you make some good points there, bud. Gosh, humanity really is exactly the same as the population that we've created through a series of 1,000 robots. You know how I know that that's what's going on? Because that's what everyone has been saying to me, separately from one another. But don't worry, because Alex thinks we can save humanity. Isn't Alex cool? Do we get to meet Alex? Probably not. God, I desperately want to go down there. If I just sort of place this on the edge here, do you think that would still work if I jump down here then? Because I kind of want to at least look. Teleporting back. Well, it is what it is, you know. It was important that we at least tried. It sort of seems like a slippery slope over there, so I don't really want to mess around with it too much. Connect to the data stream in the lab. We'll get to that. So, there's a puzzle here, technically speaking. I'm just... Okay, so there is a puzzle here. Because my head was basically just jump over the fence, silly, and call it a day. Because the fact that where this is just sort of seems unsafe, really. This place not in a safe place is what I'm kind of saying. How do I deal with this? It's actually surprisingly weirdly laid out. What was this puzzle called again? I didn't read it. Through the wall. Well, I mean, arguably you could call that a helpful name, I suppose. Alright, so do we do something like this? Place this on... Right, I see what I did wrong. Because you're... Because I need that to be closer to the wall, right? Yeah. Wait, no, that's not right. Yeah. You tell that my brain's run out, and I'm already just thinking of silly ways to do this instead, because I think trying to do both the mega structure and this in the same video was asking for trouble, really, but that's fine. Because there's these fragments where my brain's like, oh, this is obvious, and then I do like half the steps, and then it just sort of fades away. Anyway. Can I get this over here? And then you point at that. And zoop. 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 Alright. So that's what I was trying to do. I'm just not sure if that actually accomplished anything, because I guess I need to go through the wall rather than on the other side of a fence where I can't actually do anything with it. Which arguably we could have seen coming. But seeing as I've gotten it to this side of the fence, I'm feeling confident that I could probably do the same thing for getting it to this side of the fence as well. So maybe it's not all bad. Oh god, am I gonna have to mess around with ladders a whole bunch? Surely we could do this in a dumb way. Although the teleporter kind of gets placed in a place where I can't really do that much about its location, unfortunately. Like, this is just where it's going to be. Huh. That's weird. It's weird that they considered it, to me. Yeah. Because you could use the ladder Wait, was it correct that I got it? Oh, no, because I can... Brain don't work. I, for a second, just wanted to see if the ladder would just take me to, like... You know, just slightly on top of it and then just stuck on there, because I think that would have been really funny. But, unfortunately, it was not to be. I will say that this is extremely precariously placed all in all, though. I think they should have added a health and safety warning to this whole place. So I went around with this earlier. That should still work, right? Maybe I'm just overthinking some of this stuff a bit too much. Maybe I'm underthinking it. Maybe there's no thoughts available in my mind at any stage of any of this. And that's where it all just sort of tumbles down. If I just had a little bit more brain power available. On times like these, we could figure this out. But today is simply already a lost cause. Alright, anyway. Let's go solve this now, yeah? Let's go get this this whole situation figured out. I just feel like there's no way that this mechanic isn't in some way overly busted. It just does. It feels like the kind of mechanic where I can just get real silly with it real quickly. And the fact that that is running through my mind the entire time is distracting me from trying to figure out what I'm meant to be doing. Because I can't take the driller through its own hole. We've established that. I need it to actually go... I need to be holding it as I use the teleporter. That's the situation we're in right now. We can take it to the other side of this thing reasonably easily. I cannot pick it through to its own hole. I can't climb with it. I guess that was something I could have looked into significantly sooner, but I didn't. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we figured it out. Does this work? Because this is very close to... Like, I assume this is just an invisible wall, but... Yeah, okay, it is. Because it's, like, next to it, yeah? But, again, it's one of those things that's so much, like, there that I feel like it would be silly not to at least try it. Anyway, my main issue right now is I don't really understand it. Is my main issue. I don't really understand how I can get there, unfortunately. Because I need the hole to be open. You know, you see my issue? I'm gonna give this like a second of silent thought. Maybe that's where I've been going wrong. Because when I'm recording like the thumbnails for this series, I do the puzzles normally and it never really takes me that long. And while I'm playing the game like this, it always sort of falls apart. And maybe that's just because I'm too distracted by the beautiful scenery. Or my incredibly intelligent commentary is just too in-depth for this universe. I can get the driller on that side. I said I was going to do silent commentary. That fell apart instantly, didn't it? It's just I can't really do anything with it on that side unless I also have both of the teleporters available. Surely the ladder is important. I just don't see how. Because my brain is just like, just jump on that ledge. Because I have to. It's like 100% chance that that's an invisible wall ledge. But it just sort of feels like the kind of ledge that you'd put there for the purpose of jumping on top of it and destroying the whole puzzle. Is how I'm seeing that ledge. So let's just go through the mechanics that we have available again. So we have 2 teleporters. We can pick up a teleporter and teleport with it while we're holding it. And we can take 2 of them to the same side. And then we can teleport around with the driller in our hands if we so desire. Using this, we can quite easily take the driller outside of this place, provided I place the teleporter here. I suppose now that I look at it like this, that if I have one here and one there, then that would probably suffice, because effectively I'm just doing a laser puzzle without walls. Right. Maybe that's just how I've been having to see this whole time. If I just sort of approach this as a laser puzzle, but where walls don't matter, then that actually makes a lot more sense in my mind. God, that took so long. Sometimes you just need to like, take a minute. Just have a change of perspective. That's puzzle number 3. That doesn't bode well for the rest of these puzzles. But maybe now that I sort of have that in my head of like how to approach this, maybe now things won't be so bad. Having said that, any opportunity that I get to just sort of cheat my way through it, I'm going to take. And there's nothing anyone can do to stop me. I 100% can get on top of this with the box that we can get from puzzle. I'm going to say 1. Minimalism. This is one of the triangle puzzles. We got a fan that we can detach. We are just in big puzzle mode right now. Laser beam there. Teleporter here. That did not do what I thought it was going to do. There are certainly some mechanics to this puzzle. We could take the fan out if we so desire. We can teleport, I assume, there. That's been placed on the switch. I could probably place that in a place where I could teleport to it with the fan in my hand. Like if I have it like here, surely I could just like zoom my way to there then. Yeah. And then I can use the jammer on that, maybe. Oh wait, I can place it. I can place the teleporter on top of the blah 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 blah. I'm almost at the point where the puzzle starts, I feel. Boop. Jam that. And then there's gonna be a connector here, I assume. Oh, the connector's down there, right. Okay. If I were to do this, then I assume something here opens, right? That opens that. That's exciting. Then there's a red connector there. This is staying up because of the connector being on the button as well, so that's good. Was there a red beam here? There was. I'm just like pretending that I'm having to do this puzzle before we just jump into the door. Although it might actually be impossible to, well, I was gonna say it might be impossible, but I think there is a hole there that you could use. I think jumping down is not the play here, but I'm gonna do it. Oh, that's not a connector. Wait, what is... Oh, that... What does this do? I'm not sure what's blocking this. I assume there's a fence there. I just can't see it. Is my thought. I guess something closed here? Oh yeah, there is a fan in front of it. Alright. Okay. Very impressive. That worked, I think. Back we go. We got the red beam in the thing now. What a time to be alive. Surprisingly easy puzzle, given the circumstances. But yeah, again, if you just jump on top of this wall somehow, which I'd be very surprised if that's not possible. I mean, it's certainly not impossible, but it just seems unlikely, you know?
You know, a couple of years back, we went on a scavenging expedition to an ancient industrial complex south of New Jerusalem. It was enormous, sprawling, an area many times bigger than our whole city, just dedicated to manufacturing. It was incredible to think about the sheer variety of things they produced. And it made me realize how austere, how restricted our lives are. You know how most ancient structures are overgrown? It's kind of pretty, but in a sad way. Well, this one wasn't. There had been some kind of chemical spill. I don't know if it happened while the structure was still operational, or if something had just rotted through, but it killed everything. Even centuries later, nothing could grow. If a chemical spill can do that much damage, imagine what the megastructure could do. Is it ethical for us to risk that?
Sorry, I was not distracted whatsoever while he was while he was talking about that. Not at all. I was listening.
What is freedom? Is it merely to be ruled by those who speak one's language or share one's customs? No, that is merely a more convenient servitude. Is it to have no obligations, no loyalties? No, that is not to be free, but to be alone. What of freedom from hunger and thirst? Here we are closer to the truth. For freedom requires life. But one may have all the meat and all the wine in the world and still not be free. The most important freedom of all is the freedom to speak one's mind, to make one's thoughts public without fear, and so participate openly and boldly in democracy. It is the freedom of the dissenter and the gadfly, the rebel and the fool, that is the true measure of whether a city is free.
Yeah.
In the early days, humankind lived in a world of unexplained wonders and terrors. The powers of the elements were understood in terms of gods and spirits. After all, how else could one explain thunderstorms and earthquakes? But as the realm of scientific knowledge expanded, the realm of the mystical began to shrink. The sacred grove, as Hegel wrote, was reduced to mere timber. But as superstition retreated, another thing was lost: meaning. In a purely mechanical universe, people yearned for the comfort provided by gods and spirits. But there was no way back.
But what about the beauty of the universe? The perfection of everything around us, couldn't they see that?
Not sure I can see that, Miranda. But I do think there was another way, a way forward instead of back. Faith not in an invisible world, but in ourselves, in each other, in the inherent value of consciousness and civilization. They never really found it, but I think that in those last months when their whole species was dying, they caught a glimpse of it. And that's how your mother was born.
Oh, sorry. That last statement caught me off guard. It yeah, happens. You know how it is. Anyway, I'm just running through this puzzle as he's dialoguing. Can I do this? No. Wow. Really? Genuinely surprising. Having said that, though. Can I do this? No, really? But I guess if this thing is... Yeah, okay. If this thing's active, I can. So, I need some way to hold this whilst being on the other side. Is that likely to be possible? Can I just do this instead? Can I outspeed it? Probably not. I guess I just need it to be here, right? Of course it's possible. Why wouldn't it be? Of course you could just press the button and teleport at the same time and it just works. Oh god, who would have expected anything else, I suppose, but jeez. Anyway. Let me just... Because these are actually next to walls, right? So, because of the thick walls, it's unlikely you can actually just get it through it like you could with the little fence thing. Because it's more... You could just make it clip through the thing and then it's more easy. Yeah, just... Yeah, alright? You know what I'm saying. Anyway. I'm just so easily amused, I suppose. It's always amused by the same thing. It's just sort of incredible how there's not one mechanic that isn't just broken in some way. Oh god. Like that's not... I'm not thinking complicated thoughts here. These are not particularly difficult things to think of while you're making something like a mechanic like this, you know? It's just... It's very frequently that the first thought I have works, and that shouldn't be the case, really. Like very many, like being able to clip an item through the fence earlier, like that was just like, oh, it's not next to a wall. Well, that means there is no obvious place to hide the purple beam, so probably you can get something through it, and it works. Oh, maybe you can teleport while holding something if you just press both buttons at the same time, and it works. Maybe you could just place the box on this fan a little bit differently so that you can place the fan underneath yourself while you're on top of the box so you can fly onto the box and then make your way to where you need to be. And obviously that also works. Like, it just... It's... I don't get it. It's just a thing, you know? Like, these are very fixable issues that wouldn't make your game worse if they weren't there. I guess that's sort of my main problem with it all. Let me just go through this real quick before I start dying. Because I feel like death is right around the corner here. This actually isn't as deep as I thought it was. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is the beam thing. And that's pointing at that, which is probably reachable through puzzle number 2, wherever that was. Where's puzzle number 1? I'll come back to puzzle number 5 in a minute. I'll just, actually, I'll just come back to puzzle number 5 now, because I took the wrong path. Right. Where's puzzle number 1? Because that is by far the easiest to cause silly business. Was it? Yeah, it was 1. It was not 2. I'm going the exact same direction I went just now and wondering why it doesn't work still. Puzzle number 1. There it is. Because I need the green beam. The green beam comes from puzzle number 2, roughly. At least it's visible from puzzle number 2. I'm not super sure where it is. Over here I had a box. Did I have anything else? I had a fan. That doesn't really help me. I guess this is just a free box. Fair enough. It's like here. Yep. Puzzle number 2 is there. I want to say one of these, at least one of these puzzles, the triangle puzzle had one of those beams that you could keep. A keepy beam. I just don't really recall what other puzzle had it, because I thought there was another one. Might be wrong on that one, though. I have a connector here. And the connector is obviously meant to be used for this purpose. Because, it's right next to the puzzle, isn't it? Boop. So we got this going for us. Boom. Green beam made. From here, we gotta get somewhere in that direction. That was the red thing, which I don't need. Deselect. I don't know if it was like underneath that or some there. It's so hard to see though. Let's just do this, because then, you know, we got that going and that's at least sort of easy to see. Now we can go back to wherever this was. Right, that's where the head is. So now that that's in there, that's like an easy thing to see, and that might make it a little bit easier to figure out where I'm meant to actually get the beam from, because I'm guessing I am having to point it from there to somewhere else. If we were to do it normally, which I am, like, I'm gonna say there's a 99% chance I'm just going to take the thing from this puzzle instead. And I'm taking that number from the fact that... Was it this one? No, this one has a box though. Wait, where was the... Oh, it was the other triangle puzzle. Wait, no, this isn't... This is puzzle number 4. Where am I? God. Holding on to a box just because out of panic, really. I can't see puzzle number 2 from here either. I think. Might be wrong. Maybe this is something I'll just deal with later and I'll just do puzzle number 5 now. Oh, it's hard to stay in focus during treacherous times like these. There's a hand thing over there, which probably has some good Trevor dialogue waiting for us as well, so maybe I'll go there. I'm very easily distracted, I'm realizing. Which should come to realistically no one's surprise, I suppose. But it might surprise someone. So this is the thing that had the thing. I'm guessing this is going to be kind of a pain in the butt to take out though, unless I can get like into the puzzle like this maybe. Maybe, because this is kind of a high wall as well. Maybe this will work. No, this might just be slightly too high. We'll figure it out. I guess if need be, I could just record that on a different day. Let's get to puzzle number 5, because otherwise I am running out of time here, I'm realizing, and I said I was going to just rush through this. So it's probably for the best if I do actually rush through it. How difficult can these remaining puzzles be? We have a box at our disposal. And everyone knows if we have a box, every puzzle becomes easier. Jad. I don't know what that means. Might mean teleport through a bunch of walls. Never mind. This is the new mechanic we just learned about. This is obviously what is intended to be done. Otherwise, why would it be a mechanic in the game? It's actually surprisingly easy to do once you figure out the timing on it. So obviously it is exactly what you were meant to do. I mean, especially when you can just try it infinitely like that. You do make life a lot easier that way. Alright, where's puzzle number 6? I'm just checking if I can point my jammer at it from here. Or if I need to put a little bit of effort in to put a jammer readily available for myself. Probably not, but let's just move on. Got places to be. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting the feeling there's a very real chance that the remaining puzzles are all going to be solved by picking up a thing and teleporting somewhere at the same time. But there's a chance. There's a chance that that isn't going to work for all of the puzzles. So, you know, I might be wrong. Let's see. Surprisingly high puzzles. I will say that. These puzzles are surprisingly difficult to break into. So I'll give it that. That has been given. Translocator. Boing. What is this? Can we do... No. I mean, it certainly feels like it's gonna be possible again. It's just that I don't really know what the purpose of it is. I can't teleport while I'm in midair. So good job on that. I can teleport in between these things. I guess this might be useful. Yeah, it is. It's just a series of boxes and whatnot. Then we got a thing over here, which we could just do this on. And then we just place it there. Is that the whole thing? Surely not. Oh, there is a little bit more to it. Kind of. There's very kind of a little bit more to it. In the sense that normally you would have to do this. So, yeah, there you go. There's technically one more step involved. I didn't even break this. This was just easy. Surprisingly so. Fair enough. Not mad. Not disappointed. It just is a little self-explanatory sometimes, this game, you know? What's over there? What's over here? Rust. A miniature van. Nondescript. A vehicle known as a van. I'm glad that they described it that way. Otherwise, we might not have known. Oh, it's another triangle puzzle. A deep triangle puzzle. Oh, yeah, that's very deep, actually. That's worrying. Why is this covered by so much deep water? Aerial warp. Alright. Good. Neat. Where's the teleporter? You know you're out there. Can I jump on this? Nope. Huh. Oh, there it is. Oh, and the exit's right next to the teleporter, yeah? I can't teleport to something that I am standing on top of, as it turns out. I can't teleport while I'm midair. It's just... there's no... It's the very obvious first thing to try. Alright, so the purpose, I guess, is getting that box here. Once I move the teleporter, it's gonna be tricky to get back up here again, so I'm really looking around for a little bit here first. I have to be in the puzzle to teleport to it. Having said that, having said that, it's not the most airtight mechanic ever put in a video game, as we've established. Anyway, we would put the teleporter here, we'd take one of the fans, we'd be able to get this box, we'd then go up, which isn't realistically good enough to get the that? Huh. Can I put this here? No. No. Can I put this on top of the fan? No. What's the point of this then? Unless... Alright, so... How good does this fan work then? Similarly terrible. Alright, cool. So we do that. Alright, this would be turned... Alright, so we do this nonsense, right? We place that there, we teleport through it, we turn the fan on, fly along, get a box. We could use the box to get the teleporter up there, because we'd be able to do this. With the teleporter up here, we'd be able to get the fan here as well as the box by doing this, which is good because then you get the box out there. Then you do all this nonsense again. And say that we were to have the teleporter just be on top of the box. Does that work? Not for that, but you'd be able to get that box that way. Alright, so I think the idea of the puzzle is clear. Unfortunately, it's thwarted by the fact that the teleportation mechanic in this game is super busted. So, you know, it is what it is. But you'd be able to get 2 boxes on top of this, and then everyone would be very happy. So, all in all... I didn't fully expect that jump to be possible. But I figured I'd go for it, and after exactly 1 attempt of trying, we've managed to get the box out, so that's good. Jeez. Absolutely astonishingly broken. This whole world. Like, what is going on? That's fine, though. We'll just keep going.
Today, we were delighted to be visited by a bunch of protesters. These voluntary extinction weirdos who think we're creating soulless monstrosities that will destroy the planet. They broke into the facility and started yelling at everyone. Fun, 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 right? Then one of them lunged at Alex. Big mistake. Chernyshevsky grabbed the guy and literally threw him across the room. I mean, almost threw him all the way off the dam. After that, the rest of them had a change of heart. Now, I'm telling you this because mostly it is not like that. But these people do exist. And somewhere in their shriveled little souls, they think that they're doing the right thing. They think they're being righteous. Now, to me, what Alex is trying to do is an obvious good. But that's not the same for everyone.
Trevor. Always the guy, isn't he? Such a guy, mans. I got on top of it. Sort of. It's not solid. But it's certainly on top of it. I'm just wondering. Like, it's sort of clipping through it somehow. Once I'm in there, I'm stuck in it, so it's obviously trying to get me out of there. Just you know, trying something I haven't tried before in this particular flavor. Now that I realize the power of pressing 2 buttons at the same time, I'm a little bit more interested in trying silly business with it. I'm just curious what the limits of it are. But I think this is just sort of... I think it's probably possible. Is where I am with this here. Like, if you place it correctly, I think you could get on top of the second box and win. I just need it to sort of be in like the worst place possible. And with how much it wiggles, I feel like that place exists. Anyway, let's go see what we actually have in terms of puzzle, because so far it's been sort of... What is happening? Can I not? Oh, this one also just is just not solid sometimes. Alright, cool. Is it box just never solid? Oh, it's just a broken box. Good. Very nice. If I do this, is it now solid again? No, this one's just dead forever. Alright, good. That probably isn't gonna hurt. That's probably fine. Not at all worrying. Right. I kind of feel like I need to reset this puzzle already, because I can't stand on this box. Because if I stand on this box, I could take the other box. But as I can't, I'm just gonna load the checkpoint, because I put a hole in my box and now it doesn't work anymore. Alright, I fixed the boxes. Good. That's promising. Because now I can do that, and that actually seems intended. Boop, boop. Get this. What does this do? Oh, it keeps the door open, right? Because you're jamming that, and you need to jam that, yeah? Right. Hang on. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? I have thoughts, I swear. Oh yeah, I know what I'm thinking. Sort of. I know to an extent what I'm thinking. Right. Do like this, maybe. I mean, this is just solving the puzzle, I suppose, but... You could argue that it's still a little silly. Can I aim at that? No. What are you meant to do here? Because I want the teleporter here. And then I can just, you know, cheat. So that's, that's great. But in order for the teleporter... I don't really get this. Which is nice. It's a nice little change of pace, I suppose. Because this isn't... No, that's not great. Isn't it great? Could I do something weird with this? Not particularly. Yeah, this seems fairly pointless. I don't know why anyone thought this would be the way to go. Very strange. Anyway, I need something to be on top of that to be useful. We have boxes at our disposal. Boxes are always fun. I'm just not really seeing how I can make this work. Let me just try the obvious stuff. Okay, so here you can actually see how deep the laser is protruding through the wall, yeah? Because, like, all of that is part of it, and I'm guessing that because it's so far into it, I can't just shimmy my way to the other one like this as I could with the other one. Which is good, that's good. I do approve of that. It'd be funny if this worked. If I just had it close to the fence, I could just pick it up. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Is this something? This doesn't feel right. In any way, because this is just going to close and then that's a whole problem. Because then I don't have a door to play with. Obviously it's a solvable problem, but it's just not great. I suppose the teleporter will need to be used in some way, I just don't really understand how. I can't get myself stuck, so that's good. In fact, more or less I've gotten myself stuck, I think, through my actions, so... Oh no, that's good. This thing can only be opened with the jammer. Hang on, let me do this, because I think that was ruined. that seems basically unusable at that point, so let's just try this again. Get the box on this side. Open door. We can keep this open, but not whilst a teleporter is still doing its thing, unfortunately. I don't really... Like, one thing that I'm not seeing... Well... I was gonna say that maybe I saw a silly way, but I don't think that's gonna work, because I need the laser to be going through this. Huh. What am I missing? I don't know. Because I figured that if I have something like this going on, right? Then I could maybe put the teleporter somewhere where it would be usable. I'm just not really seeing it. I'm not seeing it, unfortunately. So I'm going for the obvious thinking, which is, how do I break this? Because I really just need the teleporter to be here. Can I have this open whilst I'm here? Not very well. Like, is this actually being stuck, or am I missing something here? I am missing something, because I can just leave. Oh. That I didn't really have in mind, but also this doesn't really help my current situation that much. But I do tend to forget how fences work with this teleporter, I will say that. I'll remember one day. Yeah, it's a tough one. Wait, is it tough? Oh, wait. You can teleport through fences. Yeah, okay, right. You can teleport through fences. Let me just... I don't think I want that there. I'm realizing, but maybe that's fine. It's weird to have a mechanic that works through a fence. That's, I think, sort of what I'm trying to get at here. Because that's unusual. Most things don't work through fences. Anyway, this does. So that's good. I think we actually did a normal puzzle there. I think that was actually sort of the intended solution.
I am so glad I'm not in charge of solving these.
Yeah, so that literally just points at that and solves a part of the puzzle for you. That's fine though. Why wouldn't you put that there? That's a great place for that to be, actually. Yeah, there's a good chance that I'm gonna have to do puzzle 8 and then just do the beam thing later in the next video. due to time constraints. And that's the way it is sometimes. Puzzle number 8. Here we go. You can listen to the dialogue of these two people while we're doing it.
Father, I updated the Noema algorithm. It's working twice as fast now, and I think I can increase matter output by 25% if I tweak the modulator a little. I'm so excited.
Nice to meet you. So excited. I'm Cornelius.
What? Oh, Dad, this is science.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for the right moment.
It's a classic joke that none of us have heard before. So there's holes there, hole there. Where's the... One's in a corner. That's this one. One's over there. So we are currently here. Which means these two go down. I'm guessing that means down. And then the ones in the corners there as well. This is fun. Let's see, what else do we have? Boop, 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 boop. And then the ones, the three surrounding that one. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, and what was the last one? Was it this? No? This? No? Hang on. It would be this one. Yeah? Or is it the other way around? Alright, let's see. We got... we got these three in the corner. Next to hole number 1. We got this one right here. That's lowered. We got the one above it. These two corners. And then we got like a T shape over here. So maybe it's the other way around? So then... Let's see. Let's just do it again. Just gonna lower everything and work from that position. I think it's going to work better for my head. So we had... Boop, 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 boop. And then all these three, right? Joop, joop, joop. There you go. Now we have to go back to the Sphinx to collect our reward, which is visible, so I'm actually just going to run towards it before we go into puzzle number 8. I say that, but the path to the Sphinx is not immediately obvious. That's fine, though. That's actually not that bad. This is like a nice sized zone, actually.
When the heavens are silent, what is a prophet and what is a tyrant?
God, tell him, Sphinx. But yeah, so far, every zone has been irredeemably massive. This one actually feels like it's sort of a nice size for once. Switcheroo. Is this doing? No, that's just a fan. Okay. Good. Teleport. Nice. Boop. And I need this thing here. What do I need the beam for? Do I need the beam for anything? I assume there's like a red lock on top of this. Anyway, let me just do this real quick. Just get this over with, because we're gonna have to do it at some point. Boop. Alright, there's the red. then we just do this, yeah. I know I sound disappointed, it's just I was expecting puzzle number 8 to be more. I don't know if that's intended, but it works. More or less, at least. Yeah. So I more or less need this. But then I need the teleporter. I need me to be up there, and the teleporter is also, you know, to be doing this thing, really. So this isn't fully ideal. I mean, we're not there yet, I suppose, and I should be happy about that. However, curious if I can do... It's pushing me away, so it obviously doesn't want me to be on top of it. But having said that, you know, let's just see if it's possible. Just as like a thought experiment or whatever. Probably isn't. Alright. Alright, so it's a little bit trickier than we gave it credit for, which is fair enough. Not everything has to be the easiest thing in the world. I'm not actually seeing it immediately. Which is nice. Missing like the final step of this puzzle. Is this something? No. If I put that on there... Oh, can I... My brain's almost functioning, don't worry. It's just, it's taking a second here. Like, say I were to do something like this. I could get on top of this. I could take the teleporter and the box. And teleport it all upstairs. Which is probably good. But, alternatively... Yeah, okay, maybe no alternatively. Yeah, perfect. Like almost seeing what you're meant to do, but like not quite, and that final detail is just fully stumping me. Yeah, I'm not sure. Fair enough, Puzzle 8. You're all right. It turns out you're okay. Because you can do this. I'm just, you know, getting this out of my system. Because it takes a second to fall down. So what if it is just next to the thing, you know? What if it's just right next to the door? Because it does take a second to fall down. If I run forward... Okay, so it is, like, making me go in the right direction. It is... Yeah, it's very quick, isn't it? Maybe this isn't the way to do it. Surprisingly enough. I just... There's no way this isn't possible. Yeah, I can't just leave it up there either. I made a mistake by jumping down with this. You go over here for now. Actually, does this not work? If I have that there, does that work actually? Huh. Because if it's there and it still just keeps it open, that actually solves my issues as well, I suppose. It's just that I can't really go there anymore. Can I? Oh, I can't just jump over there, though. Well, it says I can. It's not real. It says jump, but it doesn't let me. Yeah. Yeah, this is all pretty much the way it is now. I'm curious if this does lead... Oh, yeah, you can. I wonder if that's intended. Don't know. Doesn't seem like it. Really doesn't seem like it whatsoever. But if I have this on the box there, does this work? No, is it nowhere near. Having said that, can't get there either. Okay. Can I get it on top of this? Seemingly not. Tricky. Very tricky. So I can't just cheese it in this manner. I will just quickly say that before making such bold claims. Previously I did this to get this thing over there. That'll still work, because that's the intended portion of the puzzle. If I am there and the laser is there, then we are good to go. Oh, right. I think I get it. I just need let me just get this done. Yeah. You you stand on this. Take the teleporter. Then I do this. Blah, blah, blah. I swear to God, I've almost had it a million times, but I'm just not fully understanding the final step, and it's so infuriating. Because, like, my head will just have the answer, and then I go for it, and it genuinely just disappears. It's so infuriating every single time for everyone involved. Because in my mind, I just, like, do this, and then I put the laser on it, and for some reason, the teleporter will be downstairs, and I will be up there, and is the puzzle solved? I will say that I can't believe that this wouldn't work. We're going back to this. Just to make absolutely sure. It is like real, like perfectly placed for once. Like I'm actually sort of impressed by how perfectly placed this all is. Yeah, I don't know. It's just stumping me. It's just stumping me fully. I have a silly idea. I just don't know if it's gonna work. But it basically involves just dropping something like that and having it land right. So I don't think that's gonna work, unfortunately. I can't just do that. Wait, can I teleport to it while it's dropping? Oh yeah. Wonder if that's recipe for disaster. Like that's genuinely what I've been like trying to get my mind to do the whole time, which is why I just shut up and did it at the end. Oh yeah. Well then, we have certainly managed to do that. I'm gonna actually stop playing here, and I'll be back in a second for probably the next day to record the rest of this zone. And I'll just see you in a second, because I am officially out of time. Alright, we're back. Let's go run to the lab, because that's a thing I still needed to do. It's a thing I still remember. I don't remember much else. I know we have to do the beam puzzle still, but it certainly has been a period of time. I'm no longer as frustrated. But also only have a limited amount of time, so we're just gonna keep on going. What's in the lab? Do we have a way to turn on the tower? Because if not, I'm going to shenanigans my way up, even if it breaks the entire story of the game. We have doors. We have doors. We have one of these rooms with a guitar, which can only mean that guitar player robot was out there playing. Someone with a small blanket. Just someone there. That's probably nothing. Probably not important, but let's just see who it is.
Look at this place. It's beautiful, isn't it? Mesmerizing. That's how it lures you in, I think. You see all these beautiful things and your imagination starts working overtime. And then the puzzles, the towers, the mysterious apparitions, it all draws you further in, deeper into the trap. What if that's the whole point of this place? What if every time you have one of those visions, another little bit of you is corrupted, overwritten with the hubris of this place?
That can't be right. Let's not be superstitious, or my mind is my own. So either way, both answers are no. So that's good.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to suggest you were, whatever it is I'm trying to say. I guess I'm just disappointed in myself. Byron needs me. You all need me to do my job, and I can't even use a terminal. If this is all really the work of the Founder, I don't know, maybe she lost her way. Or maybe we're just not ready. But once we find Byron, I suggest we get the hell out of here and never come back.
Yeah, that's a thought, but there is still 2 more worlds to visit, so maybe after that, but after that, for sure. We got more of this going on. I think we did actually see some similar to this in one of the other laboratories. We'll touch that in a second. But first, what's up here? There's another palm hand. And this is what we saw while we entered the room. Let's go in this one first. Please don't have a voice log. Okay, very nice. Does that mean I can just quickly zoom through this? And then we can move on to the one with the big juice. It's red, that means cutscenes. And also this number keeps coming back in all of the text. I've at most read 2 sentences of dialogue, but that number keeps coming back. It's probably just my pin number. Oh, look, it says it over here as well. Probably nothing, though.
Our ancestors kept telling themselves that the brevity of their lives didn't matter. But they had so little time to ever really think about anything. I've spent several human lifetimes studying this mystery, and only now am I beginning to see. The simulation was built on top of material reality, unable to escape its constraints. In the same way, physics as we understand it, even quantum physics, is built on top of a deeper reality. A set of rules that define existence itself. There is a universal language of creation, and I think we can learn it.
That's good. I do specifically like those cutscenes.
Language of creation. What were they doing here? And how far did they get?
I can't answer that, but I think I'll fix the Tetromino bridge, machine, ring thing. I say I think because it's not in the schematics. And what I'm doing is hack work at best. Try it and see if it works.
Alright. I mean, 100% had it not worked. There's plenty of boxes here. There's several teleporters. There's birds. We're gonna find some kind of way to fix all this. Once I remember where the device even is. It's over
I've
here.
decoded another file from the data stream. Listen to this.
Mother and Father think of our discoveries as a language, a code. But I think they're wrong. They're so caught up in the technical details of running the experiments and upgrading the machine that they're not paying attention to the patterns we're finding, to the symmetries, the harmonies, the melodies. The fundamental language of reality is a kind of music, and it's beautiful. Beauty is an inherent property of the cosmos.
I love the way she looks at things.
My only thought was, I hope this doesn't cancel the dialogue when I start doing this puzzle, and fortunately it did not. So we'll say, pretty good. Pretty good stuff. There we go. Surprisingly nice puzzle. We're going into the big mouth. It kind of looks like a big face that's just been stretched out by field of view. And with that knowledge in hand, we go.
Welcome back, creature of clay. The forge burns bright, but the sky is troubled with clouds. A mortal has ascended Olympus without the permission of Zeus.
Where's Byron?
The workings of Olympus are disrupted by the trespasser. Pandora, fearing the wrath of the gods, has broken the paths to ascension.
Byron.
Prometheus is the friend of mortals who would challenge Olympus, but he is bound in the heart of the mountain, and few could break his chains.
Byron. Oh god. I didn't expect... Normally you can't walk on these things as they're going down. Or up, rather.
I think it's safe to assume that Olympus is the entity's term for the megastructure. It looks like our best chance of rescuing Byron is finding Prometheus and freeing him.
How do you free a weird, glowing ghost thing?
I suspect these entities exist within the megastructure systems, and what we're seeing is just how they manifest to communicate with us.
I don't really care what they are. For now, let's play along.
Yes, I too am indifferent to the wily ways of the Sphinx and Pandora and the other one. Instead, we will simply move along, listen to how the music changes while we walk on the edge of this place, but once we go closer to the laser, it goes back to the elevator music. Truly a mystery of our time. It didn't really feel like I was meant to be able to go through that hole, but you certainly can, so we're gonna just have a nice little view of the place, see if we missed anything obvious. Like, what is going on over there? It's probably one of the puzzles. But I don't remember that as a thing that we've done, so I'd like to at least check it out for a second, if I may. We did that for sure. That's the pillars that we moved down. Did we not do that? I think I see a switch there. I don't know. Let's go this way. It doesn't look like it's anything on the map, so maybe it's just nothing? Is it just nothing? Is it a puzzle that we've already done? I actually genuinely don't know. I hope we didn't need to take the elevator down for some dialogue, because we're definitely going to miss it. But, you know, they shouldn't have put the dialogue there if that's the case. That's what I'm saying. Let's go climb this rock. Come on, game. Don't make me grab a small box. Oh, I fell down. So there was a achievement for this puzzle that we didn't get. So there is some other kind of way that you would be able to do that puzzle. I don't really remember what the achievement was, but doing it without doing a thing was more or less the summary of it all. Maybe one day we'll figure it all out, but probably not. Although maybe in my alternative playthrough that no one gets to see, where I try to take pretty pictures for thumbnail purposes, maybe that's the one where it's gonna happen. Can I do this? I was kind of hoping I could just teleport my way into this puzzle by doing that, but instead it doesn't seem to be the case. So what is this? It might be the triangle puzzle actually, because that is in that direction. So there's some hope there. I'm not really sure where I'm leaving. Leaving from here. That's fine, because I was very much going in the wrong direction, trying to reach what is most likely the triangle puzzle that I genuinely do not recall as a thing that happened. Oh, is it just a golden puzzle? Oh, yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense. Yeah, it is. Alright, well, we'll get to that when the time is right. Until then, we will simply move along. There's still a question mark here to be had. There is still a laser thing that we need to do, because in puzzle number 2 there was the thing which we could make green, and then there was the beam we could point at, like the upside down head right there, I think. So there was some stuff we could still do, and then there's that. That's the beam thing, so you know, there's options there. But preferably we would be able to find this question mark first. And then maybe find a puzzle that's near puzzle number 2. Or just puzzle number 2, really. So I can have a checkpoint that's not on the other side of the world. Because it just makes life a little bit easier, doesn't it? I nearly fell into the deep water there. Always a bit spookums. So this is where the green thing is. That's where the thingy points. That's the bridge. What can reach this realistically? Because that is like underneath the railway. That puzzle could reach it for sure. I just also need to hit green with it. I wish I could... Can I place markers? If I could just like middle mouse. I didn't know I could zoom. Didn't know I could zoom in on things actually. But if I could just middle mouse on something and just be like, make a waypoint of that and put it on my compass. That would be lovely. A map would also be lovely, but that's perhaps asking too much. In the constraints of the game that we currently have available, having slightly more functionality on my compass would be a funny little treat. And I would appreciate it for what it is. I'm guessing that's the thing we still need to interact with somehow. Did I just never climb up here? Seems unlikely not to climb up something, but at the same time, I was pretty irritated. So, who's to say, I suppose? Let me just touch this. Very good. There's a recharge. There's problem solving. There's founding. Yemo died. There we go, we did that.
This is a design for an improved charging station. Fascinating, but not relevant.
Good. Very happy that we went out of our way to go and find that one, I suppose. Yeah, being like slightly more awake and slightly less angry is a good way to explore these places, I feel. Maybe I should have used... Well, I mean, honestly, I probably shouldn't have tried to fit so much in one episode, really. That's where I went wrong, but that's okay. I'm gonna try this one more time. If it fails again, then I'm gonna go to puzzle number 1 and grab a box, because I want to see what's up here. Alright. Our destination is chosen. It is puzzle number 1. I have forgotten how to get to puzzle number 1. Previously I said let's go to puzzle number 2 and sort all that stuff out, call it a day, but... Wait, is this puzzle number 2? No, this is puzzle number 4. But I think I could take things out of this one as well. Not sure if that's true. Because this one has a big wall over here, so it's more... Well, it's less likely that I could just take something out. Right? I will try, obviously. This is always a winner for silly business. Oh, this is the one where I could definitely cheat. I just don't know if I could actually easily take something out of it. I don't know. It's all good. I suppose this would be the most easy, like, thing to try on every puzzle. Just try the edges and see if anything pops out by accident. I guess I'll just follow the signs. It's probably the easiest way to do much of anything. But it is like a surefire way to just bait me over to puzzle number 2 instead, because then I'll be like, oh, progress, and I'll just be instantly distracted by the possibility of hijinks instead. So it's a tough battle. That's puzzle number 3. This one, guessing we can't just jump over that wall, but who's to say? Everything's actually further away from everything than I thought. I gave this puzzle, this area credit for not being like super massive, and it's not. Comparatively, at least it feels like it isn't. I'm actually starting to doubt that statement as well now that I'm saying it out loud. It doesn't feel that large, but I have been just walking the entire time now. So it can be difficult to say at times how I'm feeling about things, with me ever changing my mind. So that's a tough one. Anyway, I'm just gonna make my way over to puzzle number 2, as you can see. 0 distractions. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Is there anything on top of this? Obviously not, but I'm feeling okay. Oh, there is something up here. We can actually point something at this rock. How do we remember where this rock is? Sort of in the direction of the massive structure, I suppose. Where's puzzle number 2, though? There. Can I point at the big rock from here? I was just climbing it for fun. I didn't know there was anything there, I'll be honest. Big rock. Hey! Very good. We might actually just do this normally, because I was already very much prepared to, well, not do this in the normal way at all, really. I was ready to just try and steal that thing that lets you do stuff. You get it. I did that so wrong. This is what happens when you take a day break. Everything falls apart. Yeah, I was trying to steal just the thing that lets you keep a charge of a certain color and then just walk all the way around, but it turns out that might not be necessary, provided this is something. The irritating thing is that that puzzle is very far away from where I am, and this still doesn't really... Oh god, this is a nightmare. Because you can really hit that from a lot of places. But realistically, we only need to hit it from somewhere that, you know, some kind of place that actually helps us out. I just want to see if this is a thing that you can do. It doesn't look like it. I just want it to be like a little certain at least. Sometimes you just gotta believe in yourself, and then dreams can come true. You can do that, that's fun. That's probably great if you do that on a Twitch stream and just destroys the bitrate. But, I mean, YouTube's not much better in that regard, I suppose. Alright, so that puzzle I can certainly see, but I don't think it had connectors. This one definitely doesn't have connectors. That one probably has one because there's a laser beam there. Where's puzzle number 1 again? That one probably had a connector, actually. Oh, you can just jump into puzzle number 1 from here, right? That probably really simplifies things. I mean, assuming you can actually stand on this wall. You can. So you could... I mean, if it wasn't already basically a gift shop over here, then this, you know, would have been a great way to steal some stuff. There isn't actually a connector in this puzzle, though. I thought there was. But with this box, we might be able to get a connector from somewhere else, at least. Because that's the rock. Alright, so we still have vision of it, so that's good. Trying to see if there's any places that I've yet to sort of reach at all. But nothing that super excites me at this present moment. That's okay though. Can we see the green beam from this puzzle? So this one had a connector for sure. Maybe with the box. So we can see this, which theoretically is good. Practically speaking, I'm not sure if I can really get any closer beam-wise where I need to be, because I need to be like there. This work? Yeah, hit that too. Alright, that's not so bad. Oh, that was actually the whole thing already. Very nice. Look at us doing stuff normally. Standard methods. Nothing silly at all. Always serious at all times. That's me. And I will definitely pick up the Sphinx thing in just a second, because I think this is where I saw potential. I just want to see, and now that I know there's a zoom button, I will use it to slightly zoom in on things. I just want to see if there's anything over here, you know, because it's a lovely place. Like, color-wise, this is one of the nicest places that I've seen so far. I really like a good oasis every now and then, you know? Can't beat a good oasis, I always say. My famous saying. Always said that. I can get up here with the box, I'm sure, but let's just walk around for a bit. So there's the railway. And that certainly goes on for a bit. Oh yeah, you can definitely explore this for a bit. I'll get back to that in a second, because let me just grab this before we go wild. God, where even is it? It's so far away. Like, look how close to the rails we are. I don't think you can usually... Oh yeah, this is kind of in a weird place, isn't it? That's okay though. Give me that. Tell me your tales.
If humankind had no more cause for war, it would make war for sport instead.
Thanks, Sphinx. Or Pandora? Probably Pandora, actually. I can't really tell the two apart that much, but that's probably the twist of the game, so let's not spoil that too much. So, oh, everyone was the same. We're all in a circle of destruction. That is my thesis of this game's writing. We shall see if I'm anywhere close at the end of the game. There we go. I kind of feel like I should have the box here with me. Just in case, because it just seems like it could be useful here and there. That doesn't seem like the way to do it, though. I mean, you could, if you're like a little quick, you could certainly do it here, yeah? Yeah, you can do this with some swiftness. Not a lot, but like a little. There you go. Pick it up as you're jumping off of it. That's just normal video game stuff right there. So we're definitely gonna fall through the floor at some point, but until then, we're gonna make the most of it. And just really explore this place, because it's near the rails, so they did at least put some effort into making it look nice as well, because you enter this place from here. So there might be at least something to look at, you know? I'll take that. I'll take those odds. A secret I have stopped expecting at this point. I don't think they exist. There's just it's not what they were going for in this game. Fair enough. You can never stop me from looking for them, I will say that, but my expectations of them have diminished, to say the least. That's just the golden puzzle behind the golden door. We could very easily get a box in here. Is it? Well, I say easily. We can, with some effort, get a box in this puzzle. The exit's right there, so also we could just jump on top of it and skip the entire thing. But as I have said multiple times before, the exits of these puzzles are not active. Thus, you cannot finish the puzzle presently. But yeah, it's just there. It is, it's right over there. So if you are struggling with it, that's my method for beating this puzzle in the future. I can almost guarantee that one. And well, let's not continue in that direction because it looks too precarious for me. But if you are looking for adventure that I have not gone on, there it is. There is a jump there that seems feasible. It's just a little bit too scary, spooky for me right now. Don't want to mess around with these mountain rocks too much either, because I feel like one of them is just going to get me stuck, because obviously they didn't fully intend for people to be roaming in these lands. This is where I came from, so I should be able to jump down with relative safety. Now let's see what's over here. Because I had this in my eyes the moment I started exploring this place even a little. Can I get up here? Kind of. Surprisingly not that solid. But also, like, it's surprisingly solid, I suppose is the best way to say it, but just oddly slippy. If my theory is correct that they have to manually say that something is slippy or not, this is surprisingly slippy, is all I'm saying. So maybe it's a combination of factors. That they can make certain surfaces non-slippy. If they so desire. But that's a manual switch, who's to say? I don't know. I'm just here to explore the pretty lands. Maybe see a thing someone else hasn't. This is probably not seen by too many people, including the people that made it. And that's kind of exciting to me, at least. Whether we find anything of value here is a second thing. But, you know, it's just... they do make nice looking places. Oh, you can get there for sure. There was a little foot thing there. Come on. Stay. There you go. Look at that. Now that's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff you want to see. Vast deserts. One tiny tree. We had to sacrifice our box to get up here, but look at the view we have of singular tree over here. I'm surprised we're not clipping through most of this, if I'm being honest, but it's fair enough, I suppose. Now I'm wondering if with the box we'd be able to get all the way into the tunnel as well. Getting the box here is going to be kind of a nightmare, but I'm into it. I'm feeling re-energized. Maybe I should take more breaks while I'm playing this game. Maybe that's just better for everyone involved. It's certainly better for like keeping your brain active, trying to do puzzles the entire time. And I mean, with active I mean sort of more like focused, I suppose. Because, yeah, trying to do puzzles and talk the entire time is a struggle, as it turns out. I think that's where I'm really just been going wrong. If I just did everything in full silence, it would probably appeal to some people. But even then, I'd probably frustrate some people who are just better at puzzles than me. So it's a game you can't really win, so you better just make the best of it, you know? I was kind of hoping I could just walk around, not have to deal with this awkward climb over here, but it looks like, yeah, I'm gonna kind of have to deal with it. No, maybe not that much, though. This isn't quite the place I started last time, though, I will say that. Is that better? Maybe. Nah, it's not great. And that was, surprisingly a way where I didn't lose my box ultimately, because it was maybe a bit more than I should have tried there, but it worked out. Worked out. I'm sort of wondering how long this video is going to be, but I'm also... Anyone's still watching at this point. You know what you've signed up for, I feel, so... We're just going to go and make the best of it. Did I have a jump here prompt? Oh, it's down there. Yeah. Alright, maybe this is just the best way of doing things. Certainly feels like it. Just isn't great. It's just an awkward place to jump off of for some reason. It's very bizarre that it is. Unless I could just do this. Maybe that is actually feasible, because it isn't that high. What will we achieve if we do this? The knowledge of knowing... No, we could just go there. The knowledge of knowing that we can go anywhere we want with the box, if we so desire. And the secret ending, which is likely hidden in a random desert in a far-off land. I'm assuming the second Serious Sam that they've put in this game is all the way down there in that canyon. Oh god, this is I've landed in quicksand, never mind. This is scary, because that usually leads to... I suppose I could use the box to see if I can stand on surfaces. Don't know how trustworthy that is as a method of solidity. But I'm just a bit... Yeah. I'm a little concerned of this place, as you might be able to see. Obviously not concerned enough to just start walking slowly, but... It is a place not frequently seen by explorers, I'll tell you that much. Just gives off this vibe, you know? I was kinda hoping I could just go around and more easily reach the part where the train goes, maybe from the top. But it is certainly precarious. Let me see where I am, because I'm a little worried that I'm just gonna fall off and ruin all my important progress. It is right down there, yeah. That's actually not too bad. Look at how far this goes. Like, the one thing about photo mode is that you can't really take the camera too far away from where you are, but once you are there, you can look around a decent amount, as you can see. I'm pretty far away as it is. I guess I can see if stuff is solid this way as well, but I don't really need to. Right, so where was... Hang on. Photo mode. It was right down there, yeah. So this is kind of a scary fall, but we've done scarier falls, I think. I'm mostly concerned about that. Anything that looks this untextured is going to be a menace to try and touch. Alright. Can we do it? Nope, it's not solid, but... Ah, there we go. We have reached the invisible wall that you go through to cutscene. Unfortunate. I was partially hoping that if we just touched that part of the tunnel, it would just take us back to where I want to be, but that's okay. If anything, I had a good time. That's what matters in these times, you know? Single tree here. Surely that must have taken one extra click to place. Just stay near the rocks. That's where it's not too deep. But I think we are about to reach the end of this little journey here, because yeah, it's getting just a little bit too deep overall, really. Place. I can jump on top of it. And there was a theory of just doing something like this as well. and that you just sort of stay on the low ground but never quite too deep underwater to see if you could traverse any more interesting locations that way. Oh, this place I'm actually just not drowning, but I think I'm just barely not deep enough is probably the reason. Unless they actually have to... No, okay. They don't have to just assign it as like a kill trigger, as it turns out. But if it does get too deep, I don't think I can place the box anymore. No, I can't. I just can't immediately jump on it until I reach a slightly lower surface. Ooh, the music's gotten real intense. Don't know why that happened. Probably a good reason for it. Well, that's good enough for me. I managed to spend another good 35 minutes just walking around, so I'll take that as a victory. I think we're just gonna go. I think it's been good, you know? It was a really nice area as far as places go. I think maybe being in a snowy, desolate wasteland for what seemed like an eternity just kind of sucked. And maybe just seeing like a color again sort of brings back life, you know? And I can appreciate that. I can appreciate the choices that they did go back to like something with saturation. So all in all, pretty good time in this little land, even if the teleporter mechanic is what it is. Who knows? Maybe the other two places won't even have a teleporter. I will say that I am struggling to find my way back repeatedly in this place, and that is surprising given how big everything is. And I think I just have to go in that direction. But every time I get a little distracted by a side path and fall off, and then I have to start all over again because it doesn't work that way. Because that's where, I guess if I go that way, where does this go? Because the Tetranima Bridge blah, 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 is very, very close to where I need to be. I just sort of struggle with this sign system in combination with the landscape here, filled with treacherous activity as it is. I am curious if the scary music's gonna start playing again once we leave this place though, because it was sort of near the train tracks. Yeah. Yeah, it's still that way. I mean, it is over there. It is a very clear signpost where you're meant to end. But then I'm like, oh, I can take a shortcut here, and before you know it, I'm all the way back down again. But I think this time that's actually okay. For once, it doesn't matter. It's fine. We're back at the train. We can leave this... we can leave this wonderful looking place. I was talking smack about this place before entering it, because it was the worst of three options, seemingly, and it's so far one of the prettiest places of this game. I can appreciate that. Where are we going? We got Verdant Canyon and Circular Oasis. I'm obviously doing the Oasis last. Let's go to the canyon and call it a day.
I always kind of resented Byron for being so charming and charismatic. The dashing explorer, and one of the first companions, too. Being the voice of caution is not a fun role to play. Always having to be the responsible one, the killjoy. The one who says, maybe that's too much. But sometimes, it is too much.
It's not your fault, Al.
Yep. Still pretty. It is still islands, but at least it's more my vibe. Sand. Just like me some good sand.
In this area, we have an especially weird problem. Something in one of the labs is going completely bananas, and I can't shut it down because I'm not, well, you. Come find me when you're ready. What is it with the language libraries and bananas?
I was going to comment on that in the previous video, because I think that's when Melville said bananas as well. That's the thing for a future time. I'm gonna call it here. Hope you all enjoyed whatever this mess was. I hope to see y'all next time when we do area number 8 so far. That sounds right. And I hope to see y'all there. Bye bye.